This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Any other use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without the Oklahoma Sports Network's consent is prohibited. It may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be used without express written consent.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gary Rose Stadium here on the campus of Carl Albert High School, where tonight the Bishop Kelley Comets come to town to take on the Carl Albert Titans in their Drive for Five. This evening, our producer is Mr. Nathan Schultz. Our cameraman is Jason Harjo. Our play-by-play commentator is none other than Mr. Braden Conover. And I'm with you this evening for the play-by-play, Kirk Norman. It's so good to be back here because if you didn't win, you're not playing tonight. You've already gone to basketball. And so Carl Albert comes in with a record of 8-1. Bishop Kelley comes in with a record of 9-1. So they both have seen success this year, and they both have tasted a little bit of defeat. And so now we're going to see. This is a good Bishop Kelley team. They had a first-round bye. Their second round, they took out Tahlequah 35-0. They have a good offense, averaging 36 points a game, and they have a good defense, which actually has allowed less points than Carl Albert's defense, only 134 points this season. Carl Albert comes in after their first-round bye with a second-round win over Ardmore, 49-14, and Carl Albert actually, our offense, averages 41 points a game. And so this is a tight game this evening. And at this point, one of the things I wrote down on my sheet, Braden, and we're going to get you in here, is all teams are good in the third round.
All teams are good. You don't see a bad team in the third round of the playoffs.
No.
Really, you don't see a bad team in the playoffs, except this year.
Yeah, when anybody could be in, it's a little bit difficult to make that statement. But by the third round, you've kind of weeded some things out. And I've got some information that I'll share with you later about how all this plays out because of COVID-19. And kind of the COVID chronicles just continue to give and to give. So we're excited to be here with you this evening. It's a beautiful night for football. It's clear. There's a beautiful moon in the sky. We've got a slight breeze out of the north. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of about 54 degrees, and that's a fantastic producer that would put that up on the screen when I begin to talk about it. And so it is going to get much cooler, and this will actually be one of maybe our first cool games
football weather
of the year. So we're excited to be here with you. We're going to be right back here on your Carl Albert Titan Football Network, Oklahoma Sports Network, in just a moment.
It's a calling that's kept us free. It's a place to belong. What's the calling? It's doing a job that makes a difference. Serving your community and your country. It's part-time service where the impact is full-time. What's your calling? Air Force Reserve.
Since 1908, Cameron University has served students from all over the world. With nearly 50 degrees in 2-year, 4-year, and graduate programs, we have something to inspire you. Health and wellness facilities plus a wide variety of clubs and activities will help you find your perfect fit. Small class sizes allow you to be yourself while discovering your future potential as part of the Aggie family. Come experience the Axe. Enroll today at www.cameron.edu.
Right now at Eskridge Honda during our 99 sale, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. You choose. $99 per month for a 2020 Honda Civic or HR-V. Just $199 a month for a 2020 Honda CR-V or Accord. Or $299 a month for a 2020 Honda Passport or 2021 Pilot. That's going the Eskridge mile. Right price, right payment, right selection. Online at eskridgehonda.com.
Welcome back here to the Carl Albert Titan football on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Again, this is the drive for 5. It's still alive. This would be 5 in a row. Ben Harris would not have lost a state championship in his entire career if he were able to pull this off over the next 3 weeks. Bishop Kelley comes in with a similar offense to what Carl Albert runs. They have a very good quarterback in Gabe Harju, 6'2", 190 senior, who can throw the ball all around the field and has done a good job at controlling this offense for the Comets this year.
Yeah, and not only that, but they're very balanced. Their run and their pass game, very, very balanced. You'll see some different formations. Some of them are more run-heavy, some are more pass-heavy, and you can kind of get the tell from that formation. But other than that, it's a very, very 50-50, very even offense for the Comets.
And that really is something that we haven't seen this year much on this side of the state.
Yeah.
If you could, even like with Ardmore last week, if you could push them to pass, there was no doubt how the game was going to come out.
Absolutely.
However, this is not the same with this Bishop Kelley Comet offense. Their defense has been a very stingy. They have a base defense of a 4-3 that's a very stingy defense. As I said in the opening, they've actually allowed less points this year and played one more game than Carl Albert has. So
134 points on defense allowed.
Yeah. And so here is a team that kind of matches up with us and good on good. Bishop Kelley has got some good skill position players. And with all of that said, I just like to say they still haven't played the Titans.
Well, you mentioned the skill position players. I think that's where the biggest separation is with these two teams. They don't have a Javion Hunt. They don't have a Kentrell Bazell. They don't have a Kobe Cruz, and they don't have a Lamarion Curry. Who are they going to throw it to? Who are they going to let run the ball?
Yeah, well, we're going to find out.
Absolutely,
because they've been throwing it to somebody, and they do have a decent running back. This Owen Heineke, he's a senior as well. He's not as fast as some of the running backs we've seen. However, he can drive the ball down the field. And so, one of the things that we've had trouble with in the past is when somebody gets outside on us and then takes off. But this is not that kind of running back, but he is a durable running back, 6'2", 200 pounds.
Someone that it's definitely going to be a game of attrition. He's going to start breaking those runs off 5, 6, 7, even past the chains even come the third and fourth quarter. He's just going to wear you down and make you want to tap out if you're on that front seven.
All right, well, we're going to come back with you here in just a few moments with our keys to the game. And our keys to the game are brought to you by Entrust Insurance. For all your commercial and personal insurance needs, get a hold of Entrust Insurance Agency. We'll be back with you here on the Carl Albert Titan Football Network and the Oklahoma Sports Network in 1 moment.
Sports is your leader in team sports, specializing in outfitting the entire team with screen printing, embroidery, team sports uniforms using dye sublimation from start to finish. They are truly your one-stop shop. With over 13 years of experience, you can trust the job will be done right with all work done in-house. Fallout Sports, 534 North Penn, phone 405-701-5933.
Did you get that new F-150?
Yep.
Where'd you go?
Greg Darnell Ford.
How was it?
Darn good!
We've got darn good deals with 0% interest for 72 months on most 2020 models. F-150s as low as $459 a month. Escapes as low as $349 a month. Fusions as low as $319 a month.
There's a new sheriff in town, and I'm laying down the law on low prices.
Hudiburn, the dealership Oklahomans can count on.
Why can you count on them?
Because they give their customers more. Oklahoma is growing, and Hudiburn is growing too, with 5 different brands and thousands of new and used vehicles.
Hudiburn, 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 Hudiburn!
Wow! It's been 60 years and Hudiburn is still here. You can count on Hudiburn. We'll give you more.
Hudiburn.com.
You can count on Hudiburn. We'll give you more.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, your Carl Albert Titan football network, where the Drive for 5 is still alive with the Carl Albert Titans. Our keys to the game this evening are brought to you by Entrust Insurance Agency. For all your commercial and personal insurance needs, call Entrust. So, keys to the game, Braden, as we get ready for this evening. We've got about 17 minutes before game time. And, one of the things that you and I talked about had nothing to do with football at all. But you got to come ready to play, and we haven't been doing a good job at that the last few weeks.
No, it's been a slow start, more times than not this season. And that goes from week 1 all the way to last week, where they just look slow. They look lethargic. They don't look like they're ready to play. That has to change immediately. If you want to keep playing this season, you have to come out ready to play from that opening kickoff.
That's exactly right. So we've got to come ready to play. This is not a team, because they know how to score. This is not a team that you play from behind.
No, and we've been saying that this defense is young all year long. That defense, it's not young anymore. There are no underclassmen on this team anymore.
No.
If you've made it this far into the season, you're still getting snaps, you deserve to play.
Right.
And, that's what we got to see tonight on that back end and on that front seven defensively is get to the quarterback and then stop the run if they're not going to be passing it. And then if they are passing it on the back end, you got to cover your man.
This may be one of those nights when we do get to see, however, one of the things that we were looking for at the beginning of the year, and that is the fact that we have had the opportunity to have our defensive backfield to grow up, but now when you've actually got a throwing quarterback, you may see some things that we really haven't seen a lot of on this side of the state.
And we were anticipating to see that against Bigsby, but we all came to find out it was the Braylon Presley show. So
exactly right.
And that's not anything against Carl Albert. I mean, that kid's probably the number 1 running back in the state.
Yeah, you don't need to throw when you got a guy just running circles around.
Yeah,
you.
Absolutely. But this is the time to put up or shut up. And
that's exactly right.
That back side of the defense has to come out and come ready to play tonight.
One of the things that we talk about seemingly every game, and we still have struggled to take care of it, and that's we've got to eliminate penalties and play disciplined. And we've lost some of that even last week. And yes, I get it. We won 49-14. I get it. But at the beginning of that game, our discipline hurt us.
Absolutely. And, you're not going to be winning games that are supposed to be closer like this one tonight is supposed to be if you're making those dumb mistakes like that during blowout games.
That's exactly right.
But another thing is, too, and this kind of goes back to the come ready to play, I'd rather have to calm my guys down than have to get them ready to play as the game's going on.
That's right.
I'd rather have to pull you out of a play or two to calm you down and tell you, hey, settle down, you're going to cost us way too many yards, than have to fire him up on the sideline.
I agree. All right, so my last key to the game for this evening is don't play for tomorrow. You've got to leave it on the field. We cannot look ahead.
Yeah.
And there is no reason we haven't deserved to look ahead. You have to win every game that's right in front of you. So don't play for tomorrow and leave it on the field tonight.
You can only go 1-0 in the playoffs.
That's exactly right, because there is no second chance when it comes to that. So don't play for tomorrow. Leave it on the field. And those are your Entrust Insurance keys to the game. We'll be back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network with your starting lineups and the coin toss coming up in just a few moments on your Carl Albert Titan Football Network, the Oklahoma Sports Net.
MM7 Sports Cards is your trading card and sports memorabilia store. Located just off I-35 and more, we carry a large variety of sports cards, old and new. We also have unique memorabilia for your office or your man cave. So come see us today. We are always buying, trading, talking, all things sports. MM7 Sports Cards, 2308 North Broadway, or check us out online at mm7sportscards.com.
Hi, my name is Zach Knudsen. I'm an orthopedic surgeon in Oklahoma City. I'm a specialist in hip and knee preservation, in particular cartilage restoration, hip arthroscopy, minimally invasive procedures to try to salvage hips and knees and try to prevent them from going on to arthroplasty or joint replacement. Orthopedics is unique in that it is the ability to have somebody who's injured, their life has changed, and we fix them and they can go back to doing the things that they love.
Can't wait to see this place.
All right, I got this app.
Would you like to tour the house?
Yes?
Please.
Would you like to tour the house?
We're here, dude.
House for sale.
Home for sale.
Home for sale.
Home for sale. Home for sale.
We've got a home.
Available now.
Welcome back here to Gary Rose Stadium on the campus of Carl Albert High School, where this evening the Carl Albert Titans are taking on the Bishop Kelley Comets. And so this evening I'm going to pass this on over and going to give it a little time for Braden to come in here and give us a little bit of commentary on what he believes and how he sees that this game is going to play out. So go ahead and take it away, Braden.
Yeah, so we're just going to start out with some defensive guys to watch tonight. Obviously, Nathan Mooney, he's kind of the under the radar leader of this defense. He's kind of the heart and soul at the middle Mike linebacker position, and he just has to stop the run. That's his sole job tonight, is to just stop the run, clog up those running lanes up the middle. Do not let them bounce outside. But aside from him, in the middle, it's got to be Kentrell Bazell. Kentrell's got to help and help clean up what he can't. Nathan Mooney, that is.
Right.
So those two guys really specifically have to stop the run from the linebacker position. Keon Dickerson up front. He's one of the edge guys. He's the Viper. He needs to get to the quarterback consistently. And he has more than enough ability to do so. And I think he will tonight with Caleb Zangari on the other side of him, playing opposite on the other side of the formation. So if those two guys can get to the quarterback in time and kind of force some bad throws, or even just force him out of the pocket and just waste it down, that'll be big time for the Titans. And then on the backside, Ezra Gustafson. He's kind of the elder of the group, in the secondary. He's got to just fly around and make plays. I mean, that's really what he does night in and night out. But that's what 34's got to do tonight, is just fly around, make a play. It doesn't have to be every single drive down the field. It just has to be one or two every half. He just needs to come up, and we need to be calling his name when it matters most.
That's right.
So that's who we need to watch defensively, is number 51, Nathan Mooney, as well as number 45, Kentrell Bazell, 57, Keon Dickerson up front with 85, Caleb Zangari, and on the back end, Ezra Gustafson, number 34. Offensively for the Titans, it's the key three. It's Ben Harris, Javion Hunt, Kentrell Bazell. We know that story. We've been watching it all year long. It's a two-back tandem. It's the monsters of the midway, if you will. Just those guys tearing it up offensively on the ground. And I have some stats here I want to read off to you guys. Javion Hunt on 110 attempts this season. It seems like he's had more, But 728 yards. He's averaging 6.62 per carry with 11 tutters and 4 receptions in the air with 69 yards receiving. So he's a little bit more of a threat out of the backfield. He is kind of that release valve guy for Ben Harris. But the other back, number 45, Kentrell Bazell, we talked about him defensively. But Kentrell Bazell, 78 touches this year, 692 yards, 12 touchdowns, and he's averaging almost a first down at 8.87 yards per carry.
When I read that, I thought 8.8. Yeah.
You know, if he's going to touch the ball, you might as well go ahead and move the chains.
Yeah.
You know, Busy's just he's a busybody.
He is.
He really is. But aside from those three offensively, it's going to be your two main wide receivers at Kobe Cruz and Lamarion Curry. Those are going to be your two main guys on the outside. I think they've combined for 7 touchdowns this year.
Right.
And then on the inside, I think Houston Russell, QB2. I think he's going to make a huge difference in this game tonight. He's going to be the one that Ben Harris looks to more times than not. When he's under pressure, he's going to find him across the middle, and Houston Russell might have a big game tonight.
It's always fun because as we've documented several times, Houston just said, I want to be on the field, I want to play. It's my senior season. Every game, it seems like, Houston is one of those guys that evidently lulls the other defense to sleep, and then, bam, Houston pops one for 15, 20 yards across the middle and makes a little run, and he's just been the go-to receiver when we really had to have it.
Well, his main sport is baseball. He's going to Arkansas State to play baseball. Congrats to Houston and his family for signing there. But there's a saying in baseball is the ball always finds you when it needs you most.
Right.
And that's exactly what's been happening here when he's on the field receiving, and it's incredible. Just the communication and the telekinesis, it feels like, that he has between him and Ben Harris.
It's very, very amazing to watch it happen.
Yeah.
And just like you say, QB1 to QB2, I mean, they sit in those meetings all week long. They're around each other. Yeah. They're always paying attention that way. So they already have that chemistry that just works.
And I actually said that Houston was signing with Arkansas State. I meant Ezra, so apologies there.
Yeah.
Ezra Gustafson is the one playing for Arkansas State next year on the baseball diamond.
All right, congratulations to his family. All right, we'll be back with the starting lineups and the coin toss here momentarily on the Oklahoma Sports Network, your Carl Albert Titan football network.
Starting. Moving in. All right, everybody get in real quick.
You just hold it like this, and you don't need a flash.
Learning with VR. Finals, baby! You know I got this!
I got an A. Nailed it.
We did it! Rose State College. Going somewhere starts here.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where tonight Carl Albert takes on the Bishop Kelley Comets. And we're going to give you your starting lineups from Wiggy Plumbing, Heating, and Air, 405-732-6226. Get Wiggy with it. So your starting lineups for the Carl Albert Titans on defense, number 57, Keon Dickerson. Number 85, Caleb Zangari. Number 72, Corey O'Hagan. Number 61, Mason Still. Number 51, Nathan Mooney. Number 45, Kentrell Bazell. Number 5, Don D. King. Number 34, Ezra Gustafson. Number 13, Tashawn James. Number 3, Kobe Cruz. And number 9, Lamarion Curry.
Offensively for Bishop Kelley at left tackle, number 53, Andrew Matthias. At left guard, number 72, John Heltzel. At center, number 77, Cash Hudson. And at right guard, number 66, Charlie Dionisio. And the right tackle, number 54, Grant Siren. The wide receivers for the Comets tonight, number 15 at the X position, Grayson Hall. And the X receiver, number 10, Eric Dudley. the Z receiver tonight, number 3, Jeremiah Bessis. And in the backfield tonight for the Comets, the fullback, number 47, Jake Huber, the running back, number 21, Owen Heineke, and Deuce, the quarterback, Gabe Harju.
All right, now your offensive starters for Carl Albert High School. Number 78, Noah Dobson. Number 68, Dax Swanner. Number 66, Wisdom Combs. Number 63, Zy Moore. Number 72, Corey O'Hagan. Number 85, Caleb Zangari. Number 1, Javion Hunt. Number 12, Ben Harris. Number 4, Houston Russell. And number 11, Gavin Haynes. And number 3, Kobe Cruz.
Defensively for the Comets, while we do the coin toss, defensive tackle number 32, Jake Rawlings. The nose guard, number 25, Reed Williams. And the other defensive tackle, number 48, Luke Forsberg. Linebackers tonight for the Comets are number 38, Kale Livesay. Number 46, Sam Kozer. Number 20, J.T. Wharton. And number 12, Will Pickard. On the backside for the Comets, number 10, Eric Dudley at corner. At the free safety position, number 21, Owen Heineke. At number 9, the strong safety, Dominic Griggs. And the other corner, number 3, Jeremiah Bessis.
Your coin toss this evening, our captain for the Titans is number 11, Gavin Haynes. And number 21 for the Comets is Owen Heineke. The Comets won the toss, and they have deferred, and that is going to allow Carl Albert to get the ball first, and they will be defending the south end zone. Your coin toss is brought to you by New Level Nutrition. For a high meal replacement, come to New Level Nutrition, 2839 Southwest Douglas Boulevard. So there's your coin toss, and Carl Albert is going to get the ball first.
We haven't really seen that so far this year.
They'll be moving from left to right on your television screen. And so we are about 2 minutes from getting this game underway. Your starting lineups, again, were brought to you by Wiggy Plumbing, Heating, and Air. 405-732-6226. Get Wiggy with it. We'll be right back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
It's a calling that's kept us free. It's a place to belong. What's the calling? It's doing a job that makes a difference. Serving your community and your country. It's part-time service where the impact is full-time. What's your calling? Air Force Reserve.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, and we are just getting ready for our the Comets coming on the field and the Titans coming on the field. Both teams are lined up down there, and the Comets come on, and they bust through theirs and are moving down in position. And the Titans just now tear open theirs, and they are down on the ground moving through, and they're excited, and the Warrior flag comes through. And it is typical to me that the man leading the march there is number 66, Wisdom Combs.
He's the heart and soul of this team, man.
He really is.
I get a big old smile on my face when I see him just leading the team. He's such a great kid. And I say kid, I'm only 4 or 5 years older than him, but he's awesome. He's absolutely awesome. Wisdom Combs. If I'm allowed to have a favorite player tonight, it's number 66.
Well, and he's just kind of the favorite player of your heart because he plays with heart everywhere he goes. So I know that he's ready to get out there and ready to make a statement, and just as all these seniors are. But again, as we said in the keys to the game, you've got to come out, be ready to play, and just make it happen right here.
Absolutely.
So the Comets will be kicking off to the Titans, and I'd like to call something here. But wouldn't it be kind of cool if we just saw him just run it back right off the bat?
Let's do it. I mean, why not?
We might as well.
Get that free possession out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, plus points.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, maybe I just called that. Maybe I just was feeling that in my bones and felt like I needed to say that. I don't know. We haven't run a kickoff back all year, have we?
I think we had one against Lawton High.
Oh, okay. That's true. We did. Maybe that was a punt return.
Number 11, Mason Butler is on to kick for the Comets.
All right. Back deep is going to be number 9, Lamarion Curry for the Titans.
Up backs is going to be number 10, Miles Lewis, and number 3, Kobe Cruz.
As we said, there's a little bit of a breeze blowing kind of from the northeast. It's about 5, maybe 6 miles an hour at this point. It's not a lot, and the temperature is dropping, and so there's going to be just a little bit of a carry with this ball. We'll see what kind of leg he has to begin this game.
A little bit of a problem with the clock.
Yeah,
here.
because the clock is still sitting on 0. And
you need 12 minutes to play a football game.
That's true. I've got to quit banging my pen on there thinking that I can change things. So everybody is waiting for the clock man to pay attention and put some time on the clock. And they're probably wondering, why aren't we going here? Oh, well, it's because we didn't have any time on the clock. So now we've got time. 12 minutes to go in your first quarter. Your first quarter sponsor is Ben Osinga Allstate Insurance for life and home insurance. Call Ben at 405-733-4400. That's your first quarter sponsor. The ball is up. It is a deep kick down to the 7-yard line. There Curry takes it across the 20, and he gets up across the 25. He's going to be down there about the 27, 28-yard line.
Well, you called it, Kirk.
I did. He caught the ball and ran. So
nice 21-yard return there for Lamarion Curry.
11 minutes and 53 seconds left here in the quarter, and Carl Albert has the ball at their own 28-yard line. So here we go. Ben Harris comes in from the sidelines. He's got his orders. One of the things I noticed in watching some tape is this Collinsville defense is going to keep moving around a lot. They're going to try to get a Collinsville. Bishop Kelley defense is going to move around a lot. Harris is going to keep the ball. He's across the 40 and is hit hard there down about the 41-yard line. Harris calls his own number, and boom, just like that.
That's a tape burner right there. You watch film enough, you're going to realize that, hey, they just handed off to Javion Hunt all day. They handed off to Kentrell Bazell all day.
Yep.
First play of the ball game, you call read option, you call it, and you call your own number and pull it down, and Ben Harris picks up a huge first down there for the Titans.
Pardon me to Bishop Kelley people when I called the wrong name. They will bounce around and they will stay busy. We've got trips to the top, one man to the bottom. Got Corey's in motion around the right side. He's got a little bit of an opening. He's going to get right back to the 41, and that's it. Kobe Cruz with the carry there. No gain on the play, 2nd and 10.
You know, we really think of Ben Harris as kind of a pocket quarterback, but really that was his 42nd run attempt of the year. On his previous 41 attempts, he's racked up 257 yards, a trio of touchdowns on the season. He's got legs when he needs it.
2nd down and 10. That was well sniffed out there by the Comets. And they stayed at home. That's the most important thing.
Gavin Haynes and Kobe Cruz near side. I think you got Houston Russell maybe.
Actually, Houston's on the sideline, so it may be Curry. Harris is going to keep the ball. He's going to bounce out to the outside and try to go up the middle. He's got 5-6 yards on that carry. He's going to go from the 41, and he's going to make it all the way up to the 45, so that was just 4 yards on that. And so that brings up 3rd down and 6.
Javion Hunt's going to jog off. We've got Kentrell Bazell going to be in the backfield. He's going to be the feature back here.
That was Xavier Ware that was out there on the far side that time.
I said pregame.
We're going to go 2-back set.
Kentrell averages 8.87 yards per carry, so that's about what they need here to pick up the first.
Going to turn around. There's going to be handoff there to Javion Hunt. He's just going to drag and push. And he's going to be down. He's only going to pick up about 2 yards from the 45 to the 47-yard line. And that brings up 4th down and 4. And it looks like it's going to put Carl Albert into a punting position. Ben Harris is also the punter, and so he stays in.
And back deep for the Comets is number 15, Grayson Hall, the senior.
And so Carl Albert has their first possession. Comes up short.
And this is just Ben Harris's 14th punt of the season.
Harris is going to get that punt away. It's a wobbly punt. And it's muffed right there at the 15-yard line, and that's where the ball is going to be down there, is right at the 16. That was a dangerous catch there for number 15. And so the ball is going to be placed, and this is Bishop Kelley's first possession of the evening. 9 minutes and 41 seconds left here in the first quarter, and Bishop Kelley will have the ball at their own 16-yard line.
All right, defense.
Yeah, the defense has got to stand up and do their job. Quarterback is number 2, Gabe Harju. He's backed up there by number 21, Owen Heineke. 2 men to the top, 1 man to the bottom. Harju's going to hand off to Heineke around the left side. He's going to get bounced, and the ball's out. Carl Albert recovers. Yes, first down, Carl Albert at the 20-yard line. That's a good defense right there. Carl Albert is going to take over the ball at Bishop Kelley's 20-yard line, and we are already in the red zone. Triple Elite, find world-class designs and hot new styles at Triple Elite.
I believe that was Kentrell Bazell on the pickup there on the fumble. Great job by that defense of knocking that ball free from Heineke's arms and automatically getting in that red zone.
So here we go. Carl Albert approaches the ball.
Xavier Thomas up top.
Javion Hunt in the backfield.
Thomas in motion.
Going to be a handoff there to Hunt. Hunt's going to get over the 20 and down to about the 19, and that's as far as he goes. It's going to bring up second down and 9.
That hole was there for just a tenth of a second right before Javion Hunt was able to get through there. Quickly closed up by the Comets.
Second down and 9 now for the Titans at the 19-yard line in Comet territory. Javion Hunt is still in the backfield. Got 2 men to the bottom of your screen. Harris is going to take the snap, and that was a broken play. Harris is going to have to move around the outside. He's just going to get out of bounds. He's going to lose about 3 yards back to the 22-yard line, and that's going to bring up third down and 12 for the Titans.
We've seen that way too much this season.
Yep.
Guys not knowing where to go.
That was one of those times where Harris was sure. He turned to his left. Hunt had already left the backfield and was gone.
Yep.
And so Harris just had to make something out of nothing, and he only lost 3 yards, so that's not bad. Because there were 2 men looking him right in the face when he realized what was going on.
I believe Hunt stays in the backfield there.
Hunt stays in the backfield.
Houston Russell and Gavin Haynes near side.
Kobe Cruz is out there on the far side, and they're going to call this play dead. It's going to be illegal procedure on the Titans, and that's going to move the ball back to the 27-yard line on that penalty. So here we are.
What do we talk about every single week, Kurt?
We talk about those early penalties that make a big difference.
Early penalties and dumb mistakes.
So the ball is back at the 27-yard line. That's going to bring up third down and about 17 now for the Titans.
Got to capitalize on these turnovers. You're not going to get very many of them out of Bishop Kelley.
No, you're not. They're just a disciplined team. Hunt's in the backfield. 3 men to the bottom of your screen, 1 man to the top. Harris is going to take the ball. He's going to drop back. He's got plenty of time. He's going to throw deep into the corner, and that's Houston Russell. Catch at the 3-yard line. First and goal, Carl Albert.
He had all day to find him, and Houston Russell kind of sits under it, puts his gloves up, catches that fly ball, takes a big shot in the back, but hangs on there and sets the Titans up on the 2-yard line. Let's go ahead and punch it in, boys. Give us some Trojan horse.
You got to be able to see some replays on that. Our replay people coming to you from Remax Cobblestone. There's no place like home, and who else better to help you find it? That's Javion Hunt pushing, and he is down to the 1-yard line. 1 yard picked up. Second and goal from the 1.
Bazell's going to come in, as well as D'Angelo Shanks. Mason still, I believe. No, number 71. Yeah, Mason McNeil.
So Hunt comes out. Bazell goes in.
Run it again.
Going to run the Trojan horse the second time. Bazell will take the direct snap. Everybody knows what's coming. Just got to see which way it's going to go. It's going to go left. He hits a brick wall right there at the goal line.
I'm blowing it a little too early.
And it looks like they're going to hold here again, so the ball is still just outside of the goal line. It's now third and goal You just have to believe that they're just going to keep lining up and hitting that wall. We're going to see what happens.
They might go weak side here. It's less stacked.
Bishop Kelley's done a good job. The ball is on the ground, but this time Bazell pops in over the right side. Touchdown, Carl Albert Titans.
Well, that's exactly what they did. They went to the weak side, which is going to be the far side on your screen, as you see a replay here. And just a great job of Kentrell Bazell taking care of the snap, not worrying one bit. And, Wisdom Combs is doing his best to fight off those blockers and get that snap away as quickly as possible as Kentrell Bazell just waltzes in, pretty much untouched for 6.
Dak Swanner's the long snapper. Houston Russell is the holder, and Jacob Eddy is the kicker. He calls for the ball. The ball is down. The kick is up, and it is good. And that takes Carl Albert. Will draw first blood. Carl Albert 7 and Bishop Kelley 0. We'll be back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Since 1908, Cameron University has served students from all over the world. With nearly 50 degrees in 2-year, 4-year, and graduate programs, we have something to inspire you. Health and wellness facilities plus a wide variety of clubs and activities will help you find your perfect fit. Small class sizes allow you to be yourself while discovering your future potential as part of the Aggie family. Come experience the Axe. Enroll today at www.cameron.edu.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where your scoring recap is brought to you by Fallout Sports, Oklahoma's only in-house, fully customizable team uniform supplier. Sublimation is our specialty. Call Fallout Sports at 405-701-5933. Jacob Eddy is going to line up, and there's the kick. It's a kind of a strange wobbly kick, going to be taken there at the 13. He's across the 20. He's going to move out to the right, and he's down at the 25-yard line. That was a 20-yard drive, took 6 plays, 1 minute and 59 seconds, and the key to that drive was an 18-yard pass play from Ben Harris to Houston Russell. And then it was taken in there by Johnny Bazell.
Kentrell Bazell.
1 yard out. Kentrell Bazell. Man, what's my deal? Kentrell Bazell from 1 yard out. Johnny's just waving the flag.
Yeah, he's down here waving the flag, doing a great job of keeping everybody pumped up.
So Carl Albert is back on defense. The ball is at the 26-yard line in Kelley territory with 7 minutes and 29 seconds left here in the first quarter. Harju takes the snap. He's going to hand it off again there to Heineke. Heineke is just going to bust up there for about 4 yards. He's going to go from the 26 up to about the 31 is where they're going to mark him, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 5. Yeah, they're putting that ball there at the 31-yard line. That's 2nd and 5. And that was just a host of Titans that met up with Heineke there after he made it through that first hole. Got 2 men to the top of your screen, it looks like, for the Comets, 1 man to the bottom.
We're going to have single coverage. We're going to have a high safety, but he's going to be playing shallow. We got Lamarion Curry, Montreal Britt, and Kobe Cruz as the corners here.
Harju's in at quarterback, going to take the snap. He's going to throw this time. And, it's almost picked off there. That was
number 5, Dondi King.
Beautiful play there by Dondi King. If he'd have gotten both hands up and high-pointed that was his and 6 to take home.
Absolutely it was, and great job of playing his man but also playing his zone and reading the quarterback's eyes to float away from the receiver and try to get a handle on that.
All right, it's 3rd and 5 now for the Bishop Kelley Comets at their own 31-yard line. This is going to be a direct snap to Owen Heineke, and he's going to keep pushing off there to the left. He can't get outside. He's going to pick up maybe a yard, maybe 2, but that's all. And that's going to bring up 4th down and at least 3, 4th down and 4 possibly for the Comets.
Great job by Lamarion Curry. Well, Keon Dickerson was in pursuit. That club kind of weighing him down on that right hand, but Lamarion Curry being able to shut off the edge and kind of help drag him out of bounds and force the 4th down here.
Lamarion Curry is going to drop back in punt formation for the Titans.
Kicking for the Comets is number 11, Mason Butler.
Ball's down on the ground. They've got it. They've got it. They picked it up. And he's off to the races. 15, 10, 5. He hits a man. Touchdown, but flags down at the 10-yard line.
Scoop and score by number 61, Mason Still. Let's see if it holds. But, man, they are fired up on that sideline.
They really are. There is a flag down at the 10-yard line. The man in white is going to have a conference call here, and he's going to tell us what's going on.
If it's a blindside block, that needs to be picked up because that was a cheap call there.
All right, well, the man in white is going to come out here and give us the next call. He's going to say is a block in the back, and it'll be first down for the Titans, but that was a blocked punt, and the defense has come out ready to play, just like we asked them to.
Yeah, great job of that punt team. Reading the snap was bounced, and I believe that was Kentrell Bazell again on the punt block.
There you go, 5 minutes and 46 seconds, and Carl Albert takes over on the 20, just like they did in the last possession. Ben Harris is in at quarterback, 2 men to the top, 1 man to the bottom of your screen. Harris is going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw it long for the end zone. He's got a man that just kept pushing on him, but there was no interference on that. They're going to say that was way uncatchable. So a nice throw to the end zone there, and he just wasn't able to come back and get under it.
I think it was there if you wanted to call it.
Well,
they didn't want to call. I mean, he
didn't want to call it.
He impeded him from trying to even get to the ball, which made it somewhat uncatchable there. But it is what it is.
3 men to the top. You've got Houston Russell, Kobe Cruz, and Gavin Haynes split out to the top. It looks like Lemarion Curry down here to the bottom. Man comes wide open, a little inside screen, and that's to Kobe Cruz, and he's across the 15 down to about the 14-yard line, and that's as far as he's going to get. So from the 20 to the 14 is a 6-yard pickup. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 4.
These plays that normally break big time for the Titans just aren't quite there.
Right.
Bishop Kelley has better athletes than what we're used to facing.
It's a swarming defense, too. They're moving all over the field. 3rd down and 4. We are in the red zone. Carl, the Triple Elite, find world-class designs and hot new styles at Triple Elite, your red zone sponsor. This is a direct snap this time. It's going to go to Javion Hunt, and he's going to take that ball. He's going to move across the inside. He picks up. The ball's down. The ball is on the ground. Fumble there by Javion Hunt. And they're going to let that play stand as called. And so that was a fumble. He had the first down. And Bishop Kelley is going to take over possession.
Turnover battle is now tied 1 apiece.
Tied 1 apiece at the 9-yard line. 4 minutes and 48 seconds left, and the ball's at the 9-yard line in Comet territory. The Comets are coming on the field quickly.
So that 6 coming off the board is huge for Carl.
It really
Albert.
is.
I was watching the replay, and forgive me, but that was just a weak call by the referee. He barely even hit him on that block, and wipes 6 off the board.
Harju in at quarterback. And it looks like the Titans are going to pick up an encroachment call there, so the ball's going to be moved out to the 14-yard line on that penalty, and it's going to bring up 1st down and 5 now for the Comets at the 19.
Patented Harju hard count. Gets a free 5 there for the Comets.
Harju takes the snap. He's going to hand it off there to Heineke. Heineke gets hit in the backfield for
that
nothing. That ball is out. It looks like Carl Albert could possibly have it. We're going to see who comes out of the pile with that ball.
I'm going to say it's going to stay with Bishop Kelley here.
Heineke's having a hard time holding on to the ball this evening, so that play goes from the 19 back to the 18, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
I know you're not giving him a hard time, but I'd like to see you take some of these shots that the Titans are laying on him, holding on to the ball.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I get your point. Harju still in at quarterback. Heineke in the backfield with him at running back. Harju's going to drop back. He's got 2 men. There's a man. He's just playing. That was Kobe Cruz, and back playing in defense. That ball was heavily overthrown, and that's going to bring up third down.
Intended for number 3, Jeremiah Bessis, who I guess was somewhat in the vicinity of that throw.
Yeah. Well, Kobe Cruz was back just playing a little bit of left field that time because he was throwing into about triple coverage there.
Almost quadruple coverage.
Yeah.
I mean, really, it was, I think everybody but the front 7 was covering that one receiver. From
3 men to the top of your screen, 1 man to the bottom. There is a man uncovered on the top side. Harju's into the passes the screen out here to the left side. They've got it set up for the first down, and he's pushed out of bounds there at about the 29-yard line.
Have to account for the running back out
Always.
of the backfield. 3rd and 5, you never know what they're going to do. You can do anything you want. Your entire playbook is open in a 3rd and 5 situation. You can run, you can do a screen like they did there. You can do anything you want. And Carl Albert unable to keep the chains in front of them.
Ball goes from the 18 to the 29, pickup of 11. They needed 6, and so it's 1st and 10 for the Comets at the 29-yard line. 3 minutes and 56 seconds left now in the first quarter.
Tayshawn James, the lone safety in this formation here. Kind of an odd set.
There's an illegal procedure on this wide receiver, number 3.
Jeremiah Bessis.
Jeremiah Bessis, who takes 2 steps before the ball is snapped. So that's going to move the ball back to the 24-yard line. And that's going to bring up first down at 15.
Yeah, odd formation really out of Carl Albert defensively here. Going with the power set on that last play, and they were still playing a 4-2-5 dime.
You've got a diamond set at the top and one at the bottom. Harju's going to hand off there to number 21, Heineke, and Heineke's going to get nothing. Maybe a pickup of a yard will give him up to about the 24.5. Still, 2nd down and 15.
A lot of teams like to establish the run before they go to the air. Bishop Kelley tonight is going to have to establish the run by throwing the ball. They're going to have to get everybody off that line of scrimmage.
Yep.
And able to get any room for Heineke.
Harju and Heineke in the backfield. Ball is snapped there. Harju's got the back. He's thrown back to pass, and it's intercepted. It's a tip drill, and that looked like Javion Hunt. Am I right?
That was number 5, Dondi King.
Dondi King. Dondi's been all over the field tonight.
3rd interception of the year for the Keenster.
Interception there by Dondi King. Great job. And he takes that ball. He intercepted that about the 34-yard line. Takes it down to the 18-yard line where Carl Albert has possession in the red zone. Triple Elite. Find world-class designs and hot new styles at Triple Elite.
Throw was intended for number 15, Grayson Hall. He gets a paw on it, unable to haul it in, and Dondi Keene takes care of the rest.
3 minutes, 11 seconds left here in the first. And that's Bazell who's going to get the ball. He's going to hit hard and go from the 18 down to about the 16, 2-yard pickup. And that brings up 2nd and 8.
These two defenses really came to play. We can hear some pads popping all the way from up here. Running backs are going to be in for a long night. Ice baths in the morning, boys.
There you go. You get a whole week to recover, and then you come out here and do it again.
If you're Carl Albert, you have to capitalize.
Kentrell Bazell is in the backfield. You've got 1 man to the top, 1 man to the bottom. Harris is still in at quarterback. He gets the snap there from Combs. Hand off to Bazell. Bazell's across the 10. Runs over a man. 5. Touchdown. Carl Albert. No flags. There you go. Get off me. He just said, if you're going to play in this game, boy, you better bring your best.
I hope Bishop Kelley has some grown men on that sideline that can come in and take care of Kentrell Bazell because they're going to need him tonight.
Kentrell Bazell just ran over that cornerback at about the 12-yard line, and that was all there was to it. And he takes it in from 16 yards out.
Everybody on the Carl Albert sideline just stood up. What a hit. Laying the wood, Kentrell Bazell.
Ball is down, the kick is up, and it is good, and that brings the score Carl Albert 14 and the Bishop Kelley Comets 0. We'll be right back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where Carl Albert Titans have jumped on top 14-0 here with 2 minutes and 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Jacob Eddy is in for the kick, and the kick is up. It's going to be a high kick. It's going to get caught down around the 13-yard line, and he's going to get met there at the 20 and taken down there at the 23-yard line.
Ezra Gustafson, once again, that's back-to-back kicks. He's covered by himself. Jeremiah Best is on the return, if you want to even call it that.
There you go. So the ball is placed at the 23-yard line. Your scoring recap is brought to you by Fallout Sports, Oklahoma's only in-house, fully customizable team uniform supplier. Sublimation is our specialty. Call Fallout Sports at 405-701-5933. That was a 16-yard touchdown run by Kentrell Bazell. That was a two-play drive taking 57 seconds, and Carl Albert goes on top 14-0. In at quarterback is Gabe Harju, and you've got to believe 2 scores down in the first quarter. We're going to see the ball being aired out a little bit more. That's going to get taken there from the 23 down to about the 25-yard line.
Got a lid coming off. It's going to be number 50, D'Angelo Shanks.
Ball's going to be placed just outside the 25 at the, we'll say the 26. So a 3-yard pickup on the play brings up 2nd and 7.
Bazell in for Shanks. D'Angelo's, he's made great use of his snaps so far this season.
Yes, he has.
Really improving every single week.
A lot of these younger guys have really grown up and just getting the time that they need. One man split wide out to the top of your screen. One man split out to the bottom. 2 men actually at the top.
Lamarion Curry up top with number 20. It's R.T. Sherman. Then you got Kobe Cruz near side covering these wide receivers.
Harju and Heineke in the backfield. And that's the whole left side of the offense just took off on their own. And the ball was not snapped, and that's going to be illegal procedure. Is going to move them back to the 21-yard line. And that changes a 2nd and 6 or 7 to 2nd and 12.
I don't think it changed your playing call here, though.
Probably not.
You run whatever you want.
So here we go. 2 men to the top, 1 man to the bottom of your screen. Heineke and Harju in the backfield for the Comets. Harju takes the ball. He hands off to Heineke on the left side. He's going to get nothing. Maybe a yard, maybe 2 is going to bring back to the 23-yard line again. That's the original line of scrimmage. Is going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
Once again, that was Kentrell Bazell on the run stop. We talked about it pregame. It's going to be him and Nathan Mooney all night. Those are the guys that are responsible for the running back, and so far they've been doing everything to take care of Heineke.
3rd and 10 now. 38 seconds left in the quarter. Their best play so far from scrimmage was a halfback pass, and Harju's going to split out to the left. He's got he threw it so far out. There was no ability. It was intended for number 15, and it was defended by 3 Titans. It's 4th and 10, and we're going to see the punt team come on.
Yeah, that was number 15, Grayson Hall, the intended receiver, and I think he was trying to pass it to one of the cheerleaders over there on the sideline.
That's the way it looked.
Punt formation for the Comets.
Back deep for the Titans is Lamarion Curry. The ball is down. This time he's going to get it away. That ball's going to go high into the air. Peter, everybody get away. You don't want to be around that ball because you're going to get it in your own territory. The ball's going to be down there at the 48-yard line. And so far, the Carl Albert Titans defense is held strong, and Carl Albert's going to have, let's see, their 5th possession here in the first quarter with 14 seconds left on the clock. With the ball in Comet territory at the 48. It's a good place to start. I mean, if you can't start at the 20 like we did the last 2 times.
Well, you know me, I'm pessimistic. You've only gone 2 touchdowns on 4 possessions.
Yeah, well, you know.
So, I mean, that's just a testament to the BK defense.
There you go. 2 men at the top of your screen, 2 men at the bottom of your screen. Harrison at quarterback. It's going to be a pass out there wide open down to the 40, down to the 35. That's Kobe Cruz with the reception. No, I'm sorry. That's number 4 Houston Russell with the reception. Houston's come up strong 2 times now in the first quarter, and it looks like they're going to let this first quarter run out.
Houston Russell, like we said pregame.
3-2-1, and that's all she wrote for the first quarter.
He finds ways to get open, and so far he's been doing that.
We'll be right back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Right now at Esper Chonda during our 99 sale, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. You choose. $99 per month for a 2020 Honda Civic or HRV. Just $199 a month for a 2020 Honda CRV or Accord. Or $299 a month for a 2020 Honda Passport or a 2021 Pilot. That's going the Eskridge mile. Right price, right payment, right selection. Online at eskridgehonda.com.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where the Carl Albert Titans are on top 14-0 and have their 5th possession now in the half at the 35-yard line in Comet territory. 3 men to the top of your screen, 1 man to the bottom. Harris is going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw it right across the middle there. That was Houston Russell again, and he's going to get the ball down to about the 28-yard line. So from the 35 to the 28, it's a 7-yard pickup. It's going to bring up 2nd and 3.
Houston Russell once
They're only
again
going to give him to the 29, so 2nd and 4.
A little tempo here out of Carl Albert.
Kind of like that. 2 men to the top, 2 men to the bottom.
And Houston Russell's going to be the far wide receiver on your near side.
That's going to be Hunt taking the ball. He's got the first down, and he is down there about the 25-yard line. So that's the 4 yards he needed for the first down. 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Titans.
Needed 4, got 4.5.
There you go. That's all you needed.
Charles Fleming and number 6, Xavier Ware, come on.
All right.
So we're going heavy towards the far side, and then you have trips near side.
Harris in at quarterback. He's going to keep the ball himself. He's going to move around the left side. He gets across and makes a little seam there. He's going to pick up 2 yards.
I'll pick up a couple there.
Down to the 23-yard line. 2-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 8.
I like that play design. It kind of keeps BK honest a little bit. They have to respect the run game out of Ben Harris, and kind of makes them hesitant to just bring on the full rush, because if he gets behind the backers, he's gone.
We want to welcome all of our Titan fans from around the country. Just received a couple of text messages from former players and coaches in their own right. 1 man to the top, 1 man to the bottom. Harris is going to turn around. He hands it off there. That's Kentrell Bussell coming across the right side. Kentrell actually runs over Wisdom Combs. There is a flag now. Kentrell took that down inside the 20-yard line, but there is a flag that came in from the backside.
Yeah, it's in the area of holding.
In the area of holding, yes.
Holdenville, as I like to say. And that's exactly what we're going to have there. So it's going to be a spot foul, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. So it's going to move them from the 20.
Yeah, let's see where they actually place that ball. They're going to put it,
to the 33 and a
to the
quarter.
33. It's actually going to be a 10-yard loss, because that play originally started. Well, actually, that play originally started at the 25, so it's about an 8-yard loss. Ball's going to be placed back at the 33.
Gavin Haynes, Houston Russell, and I believe that's Lamarion Curry in the slot.
3 men to the top of your screen, 1 man to the bottom. Harris has dropped back in pass formation. He's going to move to his left. He's going to throw long, deep down the inside, and he catches it. Touchdown, Carl Albert. Wait a minute. There's another man saying, there's got to be something else. Lamarion Curry's got his hands on his helmet like he did something that maybe he got caught for. And so we're going to check and see.
Apparently the refs forgot to do their laundry today. I'm going to go ahead and do it now before Friends comes on at 10 on Nickelodeon.
Well,
illegal.
Yep. They're going to say it was an illegal shift. I didn't see anybody move.
Nobody moved.
But that's going to move the ball from the 23 back to, or the 33 back to the 38-yard line. And now it's second down and about 25.
Right tackle did move on that play.
Okay.
Like just a fraction of a
Well, they should have
second.
called the play dead then and not made that happen. But so here we go. 2 men there. We've got men moving all over the field that time. None of that's going to hold up. That was one of those times when we actually snapped the ball before we even got men in position. This is going to be illegal procedure again on the Titans and is going to move us back from the 38 back to the 43-yard line.
But again, the officials need to blow their whistles louder. They don't need to let these plays keep happening. Someone's going to end up getting hurt when the play should be blown dead.
Yeah, they're calling that an illegal shift. Our man never even got in position. So he was actually moving to try to go get in position and check his stance. It was the wide receiver out on the left side, and we just need to calm down.
Yeah,
we're going to take a timeout, and that's probably a good call there by Coach Corley. So we'll take a timeout with you, and we'll be back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sports is your leader in team sports, specializing in outfitting the entire team with screen printing, embroidery, team sports uniforms using dye sublimation from start to finish. They are truly your one-stop shop. With over 13 years of experience, you can trust the job will be done right with all work done in-house. Fallout Sports, 534 North Penn, phone 405-701-5933.
Well, that's 3 penalties in a row on this second down play, and so it's second down and about 28. Second down and forever is what it is. 2 men to the top, 2 men to the bottom. Harris drops back. He's got a man wide open. That's Russell again. Russell breaks free at the 30, down to the 25, down to the 26. Great job, Houston Russell, who's just playing like a crazy man this evening. We said he had to have a good night. Look at him coming up strong. So that goes from the 38-yard or the 43-yard line all the way down to the 22-yard line, and that brings up third down and 7.
Houston Russell making me look so good I might end up on ESPN next season.
1 man to the top, 3 men to the bottom of your screen. Harris is going to drop back to pass. It's an inside screen, and that's blown up by Bishop Kelley. There was no chance of that. It's going to be about a 2-yard loss on the play. Going to take the ball from the 22 back to about the 24, and that's going to bring up fourth down and 9.
Almost.
That was, of course, coming back from second and 28. That's not bad. They got it back down to the 24-yard
field goal
line.
range like they did there, but
Jacob Eddy is going to be in for the field goal attempt.
Bishop Kelley has done a really good job of exploiting the screens and taking care of business defensively when Carl Albert tries to get something in on the sides.
This will be a 41-yard attempt by Eddy. The kick is up, and it is good. 41 yards by Jacob Eddy. It would have been good from 51. Field goal, Carl Albert Titans. That makes the score 17-0. We'll be right back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Come on, girl. It's a good truck. Come on, girl. You can do it.
I told you we need a new truck.
Come on. You can do it. She's a workhorse. Come on.
You know, there's a better way to do that.
At Greg Darnell Ford, F-150s are up to $12,000 off. And with the Ford Promise, you can buy or lease an eligible Ford vehicle. And if you face financial hardship due to a loss of employment, you can return it within 1 year of purchase.
See you soon at Greg Darnell Ford. Darn good deals, darn good service.
It's about darn time.
We're back with you here on the Carl Albert Titan Oklahoma Sports Network, where that was a 7-play drive capped off there by a 41-yard field goal from Jacob Eddy, brings the score 17-0. Jacob's back out there. This time he's going to be kicking from north to south, and Eddy gets the kick up, and it's going to drop back into the end zone for the touchback. So Bishop Kelley
got some juice going in that leg.
You darn right they do. Bishop Kelley is going to take over at the 25-yard line with 7 minutes and 51 seconds left here in the half.
You know, that field goal there by Jacob Eddy, that's a momentum saver.
Oh, yeah.
It really is.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
You shoot yourself in the foot 3 plays in a row, and then you get a big hitter from Ben Harris to Houston Russell to kind of make up a little bit of it, get back to the original line of scrimmage almost, and then you get Jacob Eddy to bang one home for 3 and make it 17-0.
Ball's at the 20-yard line. Harju is in at quarterback. 3 men to the bottom of your screen, 1 man to the top. And he's going to drop back to pass. This looks like an inside screen again. That's out there to Heineke. Heineke's across the 30, 35, 40, 45, and he gets hit and brought down right there at midfield. Very well-designed play. 30-yard picked up, and the ball is going to be placed right at midfield.
Get everybody going one way, and then forget about the one guy that's most important. That's Heineke.
You know, interesting, too, just to talk, we talked a little bit about the discipline of Bishop Kelley, but the wide receiver out here on the left side, he did a cutback. It looked like it was it held this side of the field, and the other side was wide open for Heineke on the run.
Yeah.
This is, looks like a direct snap now, going to Heineke. He's going to hand it off. He pitches it out. That ball's going to get 1 yard picked up down to the 49-yard line. Everybody stayed home. That was number 3 there. That was Jeremiah Bessis, who came on the end around.
Taking the snap there was actually number 12, Will Pickard.
Okay.
Doing the little sweeper Rooney there. Snuffed out well by the Titan defense.
Number 12 is still going to be in at the quarterback position.
Harju's up top.
Harju is, all the way out, split out far to the
Heineke near side.
Top. Man in motion from left to right.
Counter.
And this is going to be coming back this side. He's going to get hit and brought down right there. Another pickup of about 2 to 3 yards. The ball's going to be placed at the 46-yard line, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 6 for the Comets. So they've gone to a different setup here, one that I do not believe that we saw on film this week.
No, I don't think we did. And Dondi Keene, again, on the tackle there. He's been all over the field tonight.
3rd down and 6.
We're going to go conventional here. Harju and at quarterback, Heineke in the backfield. We got Grayson Hall and Jeremiah Bessis up top. Heavy set near side.
Harju still in at quarterback. Harju takes the ball. He's going to split out there to the right side. He's got a man open, and he's going to get hit 1st down and more and get knocked out of bounds there at about the 35-yard line. A flag comes in.
That might be coming back, but that was Drew Ashford, number 22, on the reception.
Flag comes in from all the way across the field from the back judge.
He may not have reported as eligible. He was coming off the line in kind of a weird formation there.
So the flag is at the 40-yard line. We're going to step out here and see what the man in white says, but Bishop Kelley is already moving back, so they already know. It's going to be a block in the back by Bishop Kelley. And so that will bring the ball all the way back to the 50-yard line, brings up 3rd down and 10 now at the 50-yard line. So it was a spot foul. The block was out there at the 40-yard line, brings the ball back to midfield. 3rd down, 10 for the Comets.
Big play. This is also 4-down territory for the
Comets. It really
is.
5 minutes and 43 seconds left here in the second quarter. Your second quarter sponsor is Brenda Stanley, Oklahoma Senate District number 42. Harju takes the snap. And he's going to drop back. It's going to be a screen across the middle. He's got a little bit of running room. That's Bess's great hit in open field. That was Bess's with the catch and the run across the right side.
Great tackle there, especially for being hit from behind, blindsided, and right in front of the line judge who completely missed it there. But great tackle there to force the fourth down. Looks like they're going to go in pump formation. This is fake territory. I mean, you're in plus territory.
Sure.
Why not? You know, you're down 17 with 5 minutes left here in the half. Got to make something happen.
Again, and you mentioned it. It was just a great open field tackle because he had a lot of room out there. They're going to get that punt off. Again, not a good punt for Bishop Kelley, and that ball's going to go out of bounds up around the 26, 27-yard line. Yeah, he's going to keep walking this way.
There we go.
They're going to give it to him at the 24-yard line. And so Carl Albert holds one more time with 4 minutes and 55 seconds left here in the second quarter. Carl Albert leading 7-0 with the ball at their own 24-yard line. So let's see what we've got to do here. It would be nice if we would, sustain about a 4-minute drive, score, and go to halftime.
Well, it's either that or go ahead and score within 2 plays.
Okay.
Javion Hunt in the backfield, that's completely possible.
You just kind of did it the way you wanted to there. I saw that. 3 men at the bottom of your screen. This time Harris is going to keep the ball. He's going to try to make it out here to the outside. He's got a little bit of running room. He's going to get across the 30 to about the 32-yard line before he gets pushed out of bounds there. And so that's going to go from the 24 up to the 32, and that's going to be a pickup of 8, brings up 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, great job by the wide receivers there, just keeping everybody in front of them. We're not going to try to get another block in the back penalty here. But one thing I do notice, and you'll notice this a lot, is Wisdom Combs is about 30 yards downfield looking for somebody to hit.
Wisdom just wants to hit somebody. He doesn't care who.
He's a violent little fellow.
Yeah.
And, I love it.
2 men at the top of your screen, 1 man at the bottom. Kentrell Bazel's in the backfield. Going to be a handoff there to Bazel. Bazel's going to cut back across. That's actually not Bazel. That's Javion Hunt. Pardon me. Javion's going to go from the 32 up to the 36-yard line. 4-yard pickup. Needed 2. 1st and 10. Carl Albert.
Move those chains as we approach the 4.5-minute mark here in the second quarter. We're going to huddle up, kind of take our time, keep that momentum going.
3 men to the top of your screen.
Come set with 15 seconds left on the play clock.
That's Gavin Haynes and Xavier Ware, Xavier Thomas. This time Harris is going to keep the ball. That time he got sniffed out, but he's going to push up himself for about 3 yards. Goes from the 36. Looks like they're only going to give it to him back to about the 38, so 2 yards picked up on the play.
Bad read.
Yeah, it was. And that time we're going to go 2nd down and 8 now.
St. Gary comes in as the tight end, as well as Charles Fleming. Dual tight end set, and Kentrell Bazel in the back. Wonder what we're going to do here.
Bazel is in the backfield, 1 man to the top, 1 man to the bottom. Harris is in at quarterback. Harris takes the snap. He hands off there to Bazel. Bazel's going to cut across the left side. He's across the 40. He cuts back across the 35 down, or 45. He gets across midfield and down to the 49-yard line. 1st down, Carl Albert.
Kentrell said, "Get off me again. You must be this tall to ride the ride." As Heineke's shaking up a little bit, he took the forearm shiver from Bazel. And he trots off under his own power. Not feeling too well, looks like.
1st down inside Comet territory at the 49-yard line. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the half. We've got 2 men to the bottom of your screen.
No need to pass the ball here.
No. I think you just turn around and hand it off at this point, don't you? Hand off there to Bazel. Bazel's across the 49. He cuts back. That's all she's going to rote right there. That's all she's going to rote. Did you hear that? My grammar is...
I'm glad you're not an English teacher.
Well, I had an English teacher once, but I think she just rolled over in her grave. So that ball goes from the 49 to the 49, and that brings up 2nd and 10 for the Titans. Kentrell Bazel is in the backfield, 2 men at the bottom of your screen.
Approaching 2.5 minutes here. Carl Albert still has 2 timeouts.
Doing a great job with the clock and just moving it down. This time there's going to be a handoff to Bazell. He's going to cut across the left side. He's across the 40, down to the 35. He cuts back, and he gets down to about the 27-yard line before he is stopped there. 49 to the 27, 22 yards picked up, and Carl Albert Titan first down.
You know, the way it's going, I believe, Bazell had 692 yards heading into this game. He might be a 1,000-yard rusher by the end of this game.
Little bit of pace, one man to the top, one man to the bottom. Bazell still in. Quick hitch out there to the outside. Good job. Catch. Just a little pitch and throw. Stays in bounds. That was Kobe Cruz, I believe, with the reception. So that goes from the 27 down to the 22-yard line. 5 yards picked up on the play, 2nd and 5.
1:55 remaining here in the second quarter.
Keep that clock rolling. This time Harris is going to split out. He's going to call his own number. He gets across the 20 to the 15, and he gets pushed out of bounds there at about the 13-yard line. 1 minute and 45 seconds, 22 down to the 14. That's a Carl Albert Titan first down, and you're in the red zone. Triple Elite. Find world-class designs and hot new styles at Triple Elite.
I think Bishop Kelley's ready for hockey season because their entire defense is on skates right now.
That was good.
Thanks.
Yeah, that was down to the 14-yard line. We've got Houston Russell at the top of your screen. Kobe Cruz is just below him. This time the ball's going to go to Bazell. Bazell's across the 15 and pushes down to about the 11. They're going to give his forward progress down to the 12, so only a pickup of 2, 1 minute and 32 seconds and counting.
Kobe Cruz up top, Houston Russell near side, Kentrell Bazell in the backfield. Ben Harris going to take the snap.
This time he's going to pitch it out here to Houston Russell. Houston gives a little forearm, and he's down to the 5-yard line. And that's going to take the ball just short of a first down. From the 12 down to the 5 is going to bring up 3rd and 1. Kentrell Bazell is still in the backfield. Houston Russell split out here. That time he's going to bust through. Kentrell Bazell in for the score. Touchdown, Carl Albert. That was just a handoff. Go get it. You earned it. It's yours.
You said we need a 4-minute drive. That's exactly what we got. 4 minutes on the dot as there's 55 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Did I call it?
You called it.
All right.
I'm glad you finally got one call right tonight.
That would be nice if I did, and that was one right there.
Jacob Eddy on the kick.
Yep.
Dax Swanner with the long snap.
You got all this. I'll just
Houston
go to the
Russell
bathroom.
With the hold. Snap's good. Hold's good. Kick is also
good.
Jacob Eddy nails the extra point. Carl Albert goes up 24-0 over Bishop Kelley, and we'll be right back on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hudiburn, the dealership Oklahomans can count on.
Why can you count on them?
Because they give their customers more. Oklahoma is growing, and Hudiburn is growing too, with 5 different brands and thousands of new and used vehicles.
Hudiburn, 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 Hudiburn.
Wow! It's been 60 years and Hudiburn is still here. You can count on Hudiburn. We'll give you more.
Hudiburn.com.
You can count on Hudiburn. We'll give you more.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where the Carl Albert Titans have now jumped on top 24-0 on the back of Kentrell Bazell on a 10-play, 4-minute, 76-yard drive. That time, Jacob Eddy's going to put it in the end zone again for the touchback, and Bishop Kelley.
The touchback king.
Bishop Kelley's got 55 seconds to redeem themselves before half. And
they do have all 3 timeouts.
Just between you and me, I don't see it happening unless something just breaks.
I think it actually is between you and me. I don't know who else is watching.
Yeah, well, I know one guy is because he texted. Other than that, So,
well, we appreciate all of our viewers and listeners throughout the state, throughout the country.
If you have my phone number, just go ahead and text and say you're here, and I'll give you the shout out. There we go. That's Heineke around the right side. He is going to break free across the 20 to the 25. He went off the field a little bit bunged up, but here he comes back, driving his head in, and he's going to pick up 10 on that first down from the 20 up to the 30-yard line. 47 seconds left in the second half,
gives
the second quarter.
Gives a stiff arm to Ezra Gustafson in the backfield, kind of bounces outside and takes a couple more licks before getting out of bounds there, picking up the first down.
He does come off, no. After that play, he was holding that left shoulder down.
It's the same one he was holding earlier.
And so that's
might be a wrist.
That's J.T. Horton in the backfield now, 6'1", 215 junior, along with Harju. And he's going to take that ball, go around the right side. He's just going to get pounded right there at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Second down and 10 at the 30.
It's Nathan Mooney in there. A couple of guys up front, D'Angelo Shanks and Mason McNeil. Big boys are putting in work tonight.
They really are.
I was saying pregame, you need to be able to stop the run, force them to throw it, and they're so far so good. They're
20 seconds left here in the half. Yeah. As I said, J.T. Horton is in the backfield. He is the starting linebacker, but is also playing running back.
This one stays in bounds. It'll probably be the last snap of the half.
7 seconds left. Handoff there to Horton, and Horton gets about 3 to 4 yards, and that is all she wrote. And so Carl Albert Titans come out, do what we said. They started early. They played hard. 24-0 here at the half on your Carl Albert Titan Championship Football Network. We'll be back with you here in just a few moments.
MM7 Sports Cards is your trading card and sports memorabilia store. Located just off I-35 and more, we carry a large variety of sports cards, old and new. We also have unique memorabilia for your office or your man cave. So come see us today. We are always buying, trading, talking, all things sports. MM7 Sports Cards, 2308 North Broadway, or check us out online at mm7sportscards.com.
Hi, my name is Zach Knudsen. I'm an orthopedic surgeon in Oklahoma City. I'm a specialist in hip and knee preservation, in particular cartilage restoration, hip arthroscopy, minimally invasive procedures to try to salvage hips and knees and try to prevent them from going on to arthroplasty or joint replacement. Orthopedics is unique in that it is the ability to have somebody who's injured, their life has changed, and we fix them and they can go back to doing the things that they love.
Can't wait to see this place.
All right, I got this app.
Would you like to tour the house?
Yes. Please.
Would you like to tour the house?
We're here, dude.
House for sale.
Home for sale.
Home for sale.
Home for sale. Home for sale.
We've got a home.
Available now.
I'm starting.
Moving in.
All right, everybody get in real quick.
You just hold it like this, and you don't need to flash.
Learning with VR. Finals, baby! You know I got this!
I got an A. Nailed it.
We did it! Rose State College. Going somewhere starts here.
Welcome back to Carl Albert Football here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. I'm Braden Conover, and buckle up because we're about to take a trip around the state. We're going to start in 6A1 as they're in the state semifinals. One game tonight, one game tomorrow. You got Owasso playing host to Jinx, and Owasso getting upset so far, 23-7 in the second quarter. About 5 minutes remaining in that one. The Jinx Trojans lead 23-7. Tomorrow night, It's going to be Union and Edmond Santa Fe. The Fighting Dylan Buckinghams of Edmond Santa Fe are going to be playing host to the Union Redskins. And Edmond Santa Fe looks to be the underdogs in that one, despite being 8-2 to Union's 5-4. We're going to move down to 6A2, where they are also in the state semifinals. Both of those games will be played tomorrow. Choctaw at Stillwater, and that game will kick off at 1 p.m. on Saturday. That game will be played at Owasso High School. So Choctaw at Stillwater, a couple of 7-win teams there facing up against each other. And then the Bombers of Midwest City, crosstown rivals of the Carl Albert Titans, somehow have fallen their way 7-2. They didn't look great when we played them in week 1. I'll give Coach Hall some credit that his squad has really stepped it up as the season has progressed. And Midwest City will be facing the number 1 team in the state, Bigsby. They're going to be facing off at Jinx High School tomorrow night, 7 p.m. That is a game. You can find the audio stream on the Oklahoma Sports Network. If you want to find video, you're going to have to go to NSFHS. They're the ones that are going to have the stream on that one. OSN only has audio rights to that game, but you can hear the voice of the Bombers call probably the game of the decade so far from 2010 to 2020. I know it's not really a true decade, but the Bombers facing off against Bigsby tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Moving on down to 5A, where we're going to have some action in our bracket here that the Titans are very interested in. Bishop McGuinness at Coweta. Coweta, the only team to beat Bishop Kelley this year, and Bishop McGuinness up 18-6 at the half. Coweta 10-1, McGuinness 8-2. Obviously, one of those losses coming by the hands of the Titans. Guthrie at Collinsville. Collinsville struggling to pull away in this one, 27-21. About a minute left in the second quarter as the Cardinals and the Blue Jays face off up the turnpike in the Tulsa metro area. Collinsville once again leads Guthrie 27-21. McAllister at El Reno. El Reno playing with some heavy hearts tonight. They lost one of their coaches Monday night due to a car accident, and they're taking care of business while playing with heavy hearts. And as El Reno leads 28-7 over McAllister. And of course, you have the game you're watching here on Oklahoma Sports Network. Carl Albert playing host to Bishop Kelley, and Carl Albert doing what they do best, pitching a shutout so far against the Comets, 24-0. Moving down to 4A, as we have Cushing up against Hilldale on the road. Cushing leads 14-0. That game is actually just starting the second quarter about as of 6 minutes ago per the Squirtle app. Bristow at Blanchard, a couple of hard-knocking teams here in 4A, and they're playing like it as it's 11-7 at the half. A good defensive battle there in 4A. And then the number 1 team in all of 4A facing off against arguably the number 2, perhaps the number 3 team in 4A, the Tuttle Tigers, as Tuttle travels to Wagner tonight. And Wagner currently leads 7-0 at half. Clinton at Poteau. And Poteau trails this one at home to Clinton 10-3. The Tornadoes are up in that one. And that's actually going to do it for 4A, as that's all the scores reported. We're going to slide on down to 3A as Verdigris travels to Heritage Hall. Heritage Hall leads that one 14-7 as Sterling Shepherd's alma mater taking care of business so far. 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Kingfisher at Holland Hall. Holland Hall doing what they do best, looking to remain undefeated, pick up their 9th win of the season over the Blue Jackets as Holland Hall leads 31-7 at home. That game 5 minutes before the half hits. You can actually find that one on Squirrel TV. Anadarko at Lincoln Christian. Lincoln Christian also looking to stay undefeated at 9-0, looking for their 10th win of the season. And they're leading Anadarko 35-14. 2 minutes left in the half. Stigler at Kingston. Couple of double-digit win teams as Kingston's 11-0. Stigler's 10-1. And Stigler 35-0 in the second quarter. You can slide on down to 2A. We're just going to run through them all as there's only 41 games left this weekend in all classes throughout the state. So Spiro at Adair. Adair leads this one 28-6. Again, this is Class 2A scores. Chandler at Marlowe. Marlowe looking for their 11th win of the season as Chandler's 9-3. I think they've played the most games out of anybody in the state so far this year. Picking up, this is their 13th game of the season. But the Chandler Lions trail Marlowe 17-14 at the half. Victory Christian at Eufaula. Eufaula leads 22-14. That game's in the second quarter. Keys at Beggs. Beggs looking for their 8th win of the season at 7-2, and they are most likely going to do so as they lead 30-0 at the half. Vian at Metro Christian. Metro Christian doing what they do best, up 20-8 at the half. Excuse me, that game is actually still being played in the second quarter. The Jones Longhorns travel to Washington, and Washington scraping by so far with a minute left in the second quarter, and Washington leads 10-8. Oklahoma Christian School playing host to Community Christian tonight. Community Christian trails OCS 19-7. Frederick at Millwood. Frederick 7-3. Millwood 6-2. And Frederick up 8-0. That game's still being reported in the first quarter. I'm sure they're nearing halftime. Class A scores from around the state of Oklahoma. Warner at Pawhuska. Pawhuska 12-0 this year. 34-0 they lead Warner at the half. Hooker travels to Cashion tonight. Cashion leads that one 20-14, and Cashion is 12-0 on the season.
There's a big difference from 12-0 to 20-14.
I was reading the wrong numbers there.
Yeah, I see that.
You want to do this?
Yeah, I just appreciate the fact that I get to call you out every now and then.
Hey, that's great. That's what I'm here for. So
right.
Nobody's perfect, Kirk.
That's true.
Cashion 12-0 on the season, leading 20-14 over Hooker. Concord at Pawnee. Pawnee 36-7 over Concord at the half. Woodland travels to Gore tonight. Woodland up 16-0. That game is being reported in the second quarter. Tonkawa travels to Thomas. Thomas leads that one 37-0. Texoma travels to Reenling tonight. Reenling doing what they do. A couple of 8-win teams on the year. 8-0 Reenling leads over Texoma. Morrison travels to Wawoka, and the Road Dogs are doing the scoring tonight as Morrison leads 24-8 over Wawoka in the second quarter. Moreland at Crescent. Moreland pitching a shutout on the road, 20-0 over Crescent. Going to move all the way down to Class B. Yes, you heard me right, Class B. We're going through every single playoff game in the state this weekend on the trip around the state. Alex at Shattuck. Alex trails this one barely, 14-12 at the half. Waurika at Laverne. Laverne leads 28-16 at the half. Davenport at Summit Christian. Davenport leads, looking for their 10th win of the season, 26-7, right before halftime. About a minute left in the second quarter there. Covington Douglas at Dewar, and Dewar leads that one 26-6. Turpin at Velma Alma, and Velma Alma leads that one, doubling up Turpin so far, 32-16 at the half. Balco Forgan at Tipton, and Balco Forgan is leading that one by 20, 28-8. Quinton at Pioneer Pleasantville, and Pioneer Pleasantville, you know, you just hate to see these scores in the playoffs because everybody wants to get their last snaps of their high school careers. Those seniors do, and Pioneer Pleasantville leads this one 40-0. Wetumpka travels to Regent Prep. Regent Prep leads that one 35-0, and that game was still being reported in the first quarter. So if that is true, we're going to have a runaway win by Regent Prep there. Moving down to Class C. Medford at Mountain View Godibo. Mountain View Godibo up 42-20 with 6 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Tyrone at Midway. Midway trails this one at home 32-26. Tyrone leads at with about 4 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Sasakwa at Buffalo. Buffalo leads 28-14 with about 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Waynoka at Timberlake. Timberlake leads that one 36-14, about 5 minutes in the second quarter. And that is actually going to do it for your run around the state. And boy, am I tired. That was quite the jog.
It's quite a run.
We went all four corners of the state, and every single score. There's 41 high school football playoff games this weekend, and I gave you scores in every single one that's live. So we have 4 of them tomorrow.
Yep.
And so that was 36 live scores.
And you, I know that you did this while I was out, but Guthrie's 21, Collinsville's 27.
Yep.
That's a great game at halftime.
That is a great game.
Okay, so let me tell you what we found out this week in regard to the OSSAA and how we're going to lay out this playoff game. So we talk about it being the COVID Chronicles, and so COVID has created quite a disruption in regard to all of our high school sports. And so what has happened is the OSSAA, this is the year of the East in regard to semifinal games. And so they moved that back and forth. So last year it would have been the West, this year is the East. And yet they could not find a neutral site that would accept the semifinal game. And so this is what's going to happen here. If Guthrie goes ahead and beats Collinsville, the semifinal game will be right here next week at Carl Albert.
Wow.
If Collinsville goes ahead and stays ahead of Guthrie and they win, Collinsville comes in as the district champion, Carl Albert comes in as the district champion, and they will have a Zoom call and have a coin toss to see whether it will be played here or at Collinsville. And
that's very interesting. I think that's probably the most fair way to do it.
It really is what we've just been left to because
and Guthrie was supposed to play here anyways.
Exactly.
They decided to get COVID.
Right. And so interestingly enough, this is going to happen in several places around the state where you've got 2 district champions coming in. They both should have home field advantage. They're going to toss a coin and to see which game is going to be played because we obviously would host a game or Collinsville would host a game, but Owasso, once they're done, they're done. They don't want a bunch of people coming into their facilities anymore.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I get it. I understand that. Union doesn't want a bunch of people coming into their facilities.
I don't know if you heard this, but Owasso's trailing right now.
No, I did not.
Big time against Jinx. I think I reported that one being like 27-7.
Holy cow! Well, that would be a huge upset. A huge upset.
Yeah, 26-7. Jinx
and Jinx has actually been playing a lot better.
They have. They only have one loss on the season, I believe.
So anyway, it's very interesting the way this is going to play out with the OSSAA, and that came out to the coaches just I think day before yesterday. And so the way this is playing out, if Guthrie wins, we'll have Guthrie right here next week. And if Collinsville wins, we're going to have a flip of a coin. We might be playing here again next week in the semifinal. Against Collinsville, or Guthrie.
I believe that if we make it all the way to the state championship game, Lord being, I believe that would be the first, quote unquote, road game in over a month and a half.
It definitely would.
Not playing here at Carl Albert.
Right.
That would be quite the road to the state championship game.
Yes, it would. So interesting way and interesting dynamic of the way this is all coming about. Well, I said it to you before the half. I would give you the shout-out if you went ahead and had my number and texted in. And so I'll get on Facebook here in a minute, and we'll see how many people have gotten on and have been paying attention. Remember, your Facebook final score, the OSN Facebook, get all the scorers from around the area and nominate a player for Player of the Week and then go vote at the final score of OSN Facebook. Oklahoma Sports Network has done a great job in regard to putting up many different schools, but especially here in the Mid-Dale school system. And Midwest City will be playing tomorrow night against Bixby and at Bixby. And so
a big game.
It will be a big
building game.
And Carl Albert is getting ready to head to the semifinals if we can finish this out tonight here against Bishop Kelley. And so I'll go on Facebook and we'll see who's been paying attention on Facebook. But so far this evening, we want to thank the Hopgoods, the Burns, the Roses, and the Wilsons for paying attention and texting me and letting me know that you're paying attention on the Oklahoma Sports Network. We're going to be back with a few of your first half highlights and just to let you know how we ended up where we are. And we'll be back here on the Carl Albert Titan Championship Network for the Oklahoma Sports Network.
It's a calling that's kept us free. It's a place to belong. What's the calling? It's doing a job that makes a difference. Serving your community and your country. It's part-time service where the impact is full-time. What's your calling? Air Force Reserve.
Since 1908, Cameron University has served students from all over the world. With nearly 50 degrees in 2-year, 4-year, and graduate programs, we have something to inspire you. Health and wellness facilities plus a wide variety of clubs and activities will help you find your perfect fit. Small class sizes allow you to be yourself while discovering your future potential as part of the Aggie family. Come experience the Axe. Enroll today at www.cameron.edu.
Right now at Escort Honda during our 99 sale, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. You choose. $99 per month for a 2020 Honda Civic or HR-V. Just $199 a month for a 2020 Honda CR-V or Accord. Or $299 a month for a 2020 Honda Passport or 2021 Pilot. That's going the Escort mile. Right price, right payment, right selection. Online at escorthonda.com.
Fallout Sports is your leader in team sports, specializing in outfitting the entire team with screen printing, embroidery, team sports uniforms using dye sublimation from start to finish. They are truly your one-stop shop. With over 13 years of experience, you can trust the job will be done right, with all work done in-house. Fallout Sports, 534 North Penn, phone 405-701-5933.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Just to recap a little bit of your first half, Carl Albert had 6 drives. Bishop Kelley had 6 drives. Carl Albert just made more out of their drives than Bishop Kelley did. On Carl Albert's second drive of the night, Carl Albert went 20 yards on 6 plays in 1 minute and 59 seconds. And it was a beautiful 18-yard pass from Ben Harris to Houston Russell. Houston just basically set up shop at the 2-yard line and just waited for the ball to come. And he took a pretty good hit in the back when he did that. But then the ball was taken in from 1 yard out after 2 tries by Kentrell Bazell. And then Carl Albert fumbled on their next possession. Then they immediately intercepted the ball back on Bishop Kelley's next possession. And then Carl Albert goes 16 yards for the touchdown by Kentrell Bazell in 57 seconds and 2 plays, and that took the score 14-0. Carl Albert held Bishop Kelley 3 and out. Bishop Kelley punted. Carl Albert moved the ball from the 48-yard line down to the 24-yard line, and that was the place where Jacob Eddy lined up for a 41-yard field goal, and it would have been good from 50. Beautiful kick, and that took the score 17-0. Bishop Kelley went 4 plays and punted. And Carl Albert takes the ball then and goes 76 yards in 4 minutes, 10 plays, and it was just a healthy dose of Kentrell Bazell, and that's where we are right now with the score 24-0 for the Carl Albert Titans. Just a couple of more shout-outs as we go on down the list. The Lawrences are watching. Both of their sons graduated from here at Carl Albert High School, and Abby McAllister, Coach McAllister's wife, texted in, said she's watching and listening to the game, and so we're excited for Coach McAllister and his wife Abby. So as we continue on here, we've got about 2 minutes before kickoff, and so we're going to be right back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Did you get that new F-150?
Yep.
Where'd you go?
Greg Darnell Ford.
How was it?
Darn good! We've got darn good deals with 0% interest for 72 months on most 2020 models. F-150s as low as $459 a month. Escapes as low as $349 a month. Fusions as low as $319 a month.
There's a new sheriff in town, and I'm laying down the law on low prices.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, and it is Thanksgiving week. There is a smaller student section, and so one of the things that we like to do is talk about what we're thankful for. And so, Braden, I'll just leave it up to you.
Well, I just want to give a special shout-out to my grandparents, Grandma and Grandpa Wayne, who are watching tonight, as well as Grandma and Grandpa Jenkins. Thank you guys for supporting me, as well as Kirk and the entire broadcast crew, not just this season, but last season as well. And then another shout-out to my lovely girlfriend, Kinsey Wright, and her mom, Andrea Wright. They've been two of the most consistent supporters of not just me, but Kirk as well all season. So special thank you to everybody out there.
All right, so Carl Albert is lined up. They're going to be kicking off to Bishop Kelley for the start of this second half, and so Bishop Kelley will have the ball. Jacob Eddy is in for the kickoff, and something you don't normally see, but you've got a bunch of guys down here at the bottom of the screen. They're all lined up. They're all pumped up, and they're ready to go for this second half. And there's your kickoff. Ball is taken there at the 4-yard line. He brings it across the 15, out across the 20 to 25 to the 30. He cuts back, and that's where he's going to end up, is about the 36-yard line. So Bishop Kelley has a nice run back from the 4, and hopefully that is all she wrote for Bishop Kelley in this drive. 11 minutes and 52 seconds in the third quarter. Your third quarter sponsor is Nikki Hubbs of Prestige Real Estate. Nikki is your key to home buying and selling.
You know, I actually forgot one more person, my dad Gannon. I don't want to forget him, as well as my dad Craig Jenkins. They've been great supporters of us as well. So don't want to forget anybody. And if I forgot your name, I'm sorry.
All right, Hardju in at quarterback. And he's going to turn around. He's going to pull it back out. He's going to throw it downfield to nobody. There was nobody there. And it was actually well underthrown. It was intended for number 15, Grayson Hall. And he was covered up there by Kobe Cruz and a host of other Titans.
He was covered up so well that him and Kobe Cruz were taking a nap at
That's
about
right.
the 37. Excuse me, the 47.
So the ball is still at the 36-yard line, bring up second down and 10. Coach Goff texted in. He and his wife Denise are watching, and
everybody's watching.
Supposed to tell you hello, Braden, from Coach Goff.
Coach Goff would not be impressed with my golf swing right now, I'll tell you that much.
One player at the top, 2 men at the bottom. Hardju's going to take the ball, hand off there, and he's just a patient runner. The ball's out. The ball's out. It looks like Titans recover again, and they do. Carl Albert Titan turnover. It's the third turnover of the night. Great job by that defense. They were pumped up coming out of halftime, and they've kept it rolling. Carl Albert will have its first possession of the second half. 11 minutes and 38 seconds left in the third quarter, and the ball is inside of Comet territory at the 43-yard line.
+2 in the turnover department, Carl Albert is tonight. That's how you win ball games.
There you go. You know, that's the way the first drive started out, was with Heineke putting the ball on the carpet. And the first drive of the second half, the same thing. One man at the top, he's in motion left or right. Going to turn around. It's going to be a reverse play. Back across, actually gets nothing out of that. That was just a turnaround handoff there to Kentrell Bazell, who just gets back to the line of scrimmage to the 43-yard line. Second down and 10.
That is all right. So, you know, you receive the kick, and then you immediately get a turnover defensively.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a turnover here. It's like you kicked off and got that extra possession.
Kicked off and got it back to yourself as quick as you could. 3 men at the bottom of your screen. Harris is going to drop back. He's going to pass it out there. He's got a man wide open at the 38-yard line, and he's just going to keep stumbling. He's going to get the first down to the 31 is where they're going to put it. A 12-yard pickup. First down, Carl Albert Titans.
It's Charles Fleming out there coming out of the tight end spot.
Just a nice little pitch and throw just a pitch and catch out to the left side. He was just standing out there by himself. The play was moving right. He tosses it back left.
His first reception of the season.
There you go. 3 men to the bottom of your screen.
Seeing a lot of work get rewarded tonight.
That's Kentrell Bazell with the handoff. He's going to come around the right side. He's waiting patiently. He's going to pick up about 3 yards, and they're just going to drag him forward for maybe another yard. He's going to go from the 31 down to the 27-yard line. Pick up a 4, brings up 2nd and 6.
Number 78, Noah Dobson's been putting a lot of work tonight, finishing his blocks, turning his guys around, allowing that right side of the line to just open up for Kentrell and Javion both.
2 men to the top of the screen, 1 man to the bottom. Kentrell pulls out here in the H position, 1 man in motion, left to right, and they've got illegal procedure. It looks like they're going to call it on the wide receiver out there, and that would be Isaiah Ware, I believe.
Xavier Ware.
Xavier Ware, not Isaiah, Xavier. So the ball's going to go from the 27 back to the 32-yard line, and that's going to bring up 2nd down and 11.
The other X factor, Xavier Thomas, comes in, as well as Caleb Zingari. Got Thomas up top, as well as Kobe Cruz in the slot.
Yep.
Zingari's going to be strong side as well.
Harris is in at quarterback. He takes the ball, turns around and hands it off there. And that time Kentrell Bazell is met in the backfield for a loss of 1. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 12. The ball will be placed at the 33-yard line.
So that was just a weak side zone is what that was going to be. And, you know, if it's up the middle, you take it up the middle. If it's outside, it's outside. But it didn't matter where Kentrell Bazell ran because all 11 Comets were crashing hard on that side and dropped them for a loss of 2.
So Zangari comes out. This time you've got Houston Russell, Gavin Haynes, Kobe Cruz, and Lamarion Curry down here at the bottom of your screen. Harris takes the ball. He drops back in the fast formation. He's going to flip it out there. He's got a man wide open at the 13-yard line, and he's going to get brought down there at the 10. He just came back on the left side. That was Kobe Cruz on a backside throw, on a back shoulder throw, and he just put it up there where Kobe could get it, but nobody else could. 1st and goal, or 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line, and we're in the red zone. Triple Elite, find world-class designs and hot new styles at Triple Elite. 22 yards picked up on the play, down to the 11-yard line to 1st down.
That was just pure trust out of Ben Harris. He knew in his head that he could put it where exactly only Kobe could get it, and that he would come down with it. On the run, open the hips, flip it, a little flick of the wrist, and a
Houston
big game.
Russell down here at the bottom. Going to be a pass right across to Houston Russell into the end zone. Touchdown, Carl Albert. Beautiful job there by Russell, just taking the inside position, and Harris hitting him on the run right at the goal line. Touchdown, Carl Albert Titans.
We kept talking about it in the pregame and in the first half. We knew somebody was going to have a big game outside of Kobe Cruz and Lamarion Curry in the passing game.
That's exactly right.
I said it was going to be Houston Russell, and, man, is he making me look good tonight.
He's the holder on the point after try. He calls for the ball. Dax drops him the ball. The kick is up, and it is good, and that brings the score. Carl Albert Titans 31, Bishop Kelley Comets 0. We'll be back with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hudiburn, the dealership Oklahomans can count on.
Why can you count on them?
Because they give their customers more. Oklahoma is growing, and Hudiburn is growing too, with 5 different brands and thousands of new and used vehicles.
Hudiburn, 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 Hudiburn. Wow! It's been 60 years and Hudiburn is still here.
You can count on Hudiburn. We'll give you more.
Hudiburn.com.
You can count on Hudiburn. We'll give you more.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where that was a pass from Ben Harris to Houston Russell. That was 11 yards on that touchdown pass. The Titans took the ball 43 yards in 6 plays, and that took up 2 minutes and 41 seconds. And Jacob Eddy just dropped the ball back to the 1 yard line. The man brings it out to the 15, and he's tackled there at the 19-yard line, and that's all she wrote. So the Bishop Kelley Comets have dug themselves a deep, deep hole here for the second half. 8 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the third quarter, and the ball is at the 20-yard line in Comet territory. Your third quarter sponsor is Nikki Hubbs of Prestige Real Estate. Nikki is your key to home buying or selling. That scoring recap is brought to you by Fallout Sports, Oklahoma's only in-house, fully customizable team uniform supplier. Sublimation is our specialty. Call Fallout Sports at 405-701-5933. Harju and Heineke. Heineke's going to take the ball, and he's going to get across the 20 down to about the 22-yard line. 2 yards picked up, brings up second down and 8.
Keon Dickerson, Nathan Mooney, the last one to get up out of that pile.
That defensive line is doing a good job. The really only success they've had is to get far to the outside, and even then, just not a lot of success here for the Bishop Kelley Comets.
20 and a half minutes left in this ball game. You're going to have to start airing it out.
You have to. There's no choice. You got to take the chance.
It's a 4-possession, maybe 5-possession game. I'm just really bad at math. That's why I'm not a head coach.
Heineke and Harju in the backfield. And this time Heineke's going to keep it across the right side. He's across the 25, and he gets out of bounds about the 32-yard line.
You were just talking about it, that off-tackle run.
That's what they have. That's all.
They have to stretch that front 7 out, and that's exactly what they did. Kobe Cruz able to get an angle on Heineke and finally force him out of bounds, but not until after he gets a couple yards out past the chains.
That was needed 8, got 10. The ball is at the 32-yard line where it's 1st and 10 for the Comets. All right, 7 minutes and 59 seconds left here in the third quarter. Harju and Heineke still in the backfield for the Comets. Harju's going to take the ball. This time he's going to keep it himself. He's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage, maybe pick up of a yard from the 32 up to about the 33-yard line. And that's where they're going to place the balls at the 33-yard line. It's going to bring up second down and 9 now for the Comets. So you're right. I mean, it's turned into maybe throw the ball time, and yet they keep lining up in a tight set. You know, their best pass play was to the running back out of the backfield in the first quarter. That time is just going to be a shuttle pass there to number 15, and he just gets blown up there by Keon Dickerson, who that was no gain on the play. Goes from the 33 to the 33, 3rd down and 9. Yeah. He got that little shuttle pass from the quarterback, and that's the last thing he saw. Was nothing but a 5.7 in his face.
I'm surprised he didn't see a flash before his eyes there.
And here we are, 3 men to the bottom of your screen, 1 man to the top. Harju in at quarterback.
Obvious passing situation here, and they're going to bring pressure.
Drop back, pressure comes, and it's picked off right across the middle. He's back to the 30. He's back to the 25. There he is. D'Angelo Shanks picking up the INT. Beautiful job. Got it thrown right to his gut. Probably the only place he could have caught it just without a thought. Beautiful job there by Shanks to pick that ball up and bring it all the way back to the 25-yard line.
You know, we were talking about it before the half. D'Angelo's made great improvement throughout the season, really taking advantage of the snaps he's been given. Just dropping back into simple cover 2 there. And the pressure up front allows for the throw to just be simply just underthrown and missed completely. And D'Angelo just gobbles it up like he did Turkey yesterday.
This time it's going to be Harris around the right side, and he's going to get across the 25 and out of bounds about the 23-yard line. Looks like he's going to pick up about 2 on the play, and so that's going to bring up second down and 8 for the Titans at the 23-yard line. You know, that has opened up a couple of times on that little option there by Harris. That time, all he could do was just get to the sidelines and move on out of bounds.
Just stay healthy.
2 men to the top, 2 men to the bottom of your screen. We've got Kentrell Bazell in. It's a pass out to the left side. That was just a little bit underthrown, or that would have been a nice reception there. Harris was trying to hit Kobe Cruz down around the 2-yard line, and that's going to bring up 3rd down and 8.
A little underthrown there.
Definitely underthrown there. And it was one of those times when you're running to your left, you've got to square and come back to the right. It's just hard to step in.
That was a throw he made on the last drive there. He was able to make that throw, so plenty of confidence out of Ben Harris. But
Gavin Haynes, Kobe Cruz, and Houston Russell at the top of your screen. Lamarion Curry at the bottom of your screen. This time Harris is going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw it wide open. Oh, yeah. Just well overthrown there. Intended for Kobe Cruz. And there's a little bit of talking going on the field, and we definitely don't want that to happen. It's 4th down at the 23-yard line.
Number 20, J.T. Wharton, the linebacker for the Comets. He's really just trying to galvanize this defense, saying, boys, what's going on? We're down 31. We need to keep our heads on straight.
Yep.
Get a stop here and try to get a little bit more field position for our offense.
Jacob Eddy into the ball game to try the field goal attempt. It'll be a 40-yard attempt, and the ball is down. The kick is up. Jacob gets his foot into it, and it is good. That one is from 40, and the field goal is good by Jacob Eddy, and that brings the score. Carl Albert Titans 34, Bishop Kelley 0. We'll be right back with you here on the Oklahoma Carl Albert Titan Football Network.
MM7 Sports Cards is your trading card and sports memorabilia store. Located just off I-35 and more, we carry a large variety of sports cards, old and new. We also have unique memorabilia for your office or your man cave. So come see us today. We are always buying, trading, talking, all things sports. MM7 Sports Cards, 2308 North Broadway, or check us out online at mm7sportscards.com.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where Jacob Eddy has used his foot now 2 times, one from 41 and one from 40, and that brings the score Carl Albert 34 and Bishop Kelley 0. Eddy's in with the kick, and he's going to boot that one all the way back to the 1-yard line, where it's taken there across the 10 to the 15, across the 20, and down to about the 23. And Bishop Kelley will have the ball. 5 minutes and 57 seconds left here in the third quarter at the 23, or actually not at the 20, yeah, at the 20. Where are they going to down that ball?
27, 28? No, wait, oh, wait.
Well, they don't have a ball out there yet. It would help if they brought a ball
Looks
out.
like it's going to be at the 24.
24-yard line.
We'll get there eventually, folks.
Yeah, well, if they keep hiding the ball, it's hard to tell. So one of those guys needs to, they need to snap it, put it under the quarterback's shirt, and just let him run around. I've seen that on some Disney stuff, and it worked. So
Air Bud's a great film.
There you go. Ball's going to be handed off there to Heineke. Heineke is going to get about 3 to 4. He actually falls forward all the way out to about the 29-yard line. They're going to place that just inside the 30, and so that's going to be a pickup of about 5. 2nd down and 5, or 2nd down and really just a long 4. So here we go. 2nd down and 4, 5 minutes and 23 seconds left here in the third quarter. Hardju and Heineke are in the backfield for the Comets. 1 man to the top, 2 men to the bottom of your screen. Hardju takes the snap. That time he's going to hand off there to Heineke around the right side. Heineke's just going to have some tough running yards, and he's going to need 4. He picks up 5. So he goes from the 30 up to the 35-yard line, 1st down for the Comets.
Heineke's tough. And
he is.
We talked about it last week. The star player for Ardmore, he was a senior, and Heineke's also a senior tonight. This is more than likely his final high school game, and so he's definitely going to be running his heart out here as we approach the 4.5-minute mark in the third quarter.
Harju and Heineke still in the backfield. We've got one man to the top and two men to the bottom of your screen. 1st and 10 from the 35. This time he's going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw long down the field. He had a man just off of his fingertips. That was intended for number 15. That was Grayson Hall. And then he got a little frustrated. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened
I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he got a little frustrated, and they're going to come back and talk about this a minute. But that ball was just off of his fingertips.
Yeah, he alligator on.
Oh, I see what he did. He actually took the ball after he had missed the pass, picked it up, slammed it down on the turf, and the flag came out. So it'll be an unsportsmanlike conduct on Bishop Kelley, and that's what the man in white is saying. And so that's going to take the ball from the 35 all the way back to the 20-yard line, and it'll be 1st and 25 for the Bishop Kelley Comets. And when you're down 34.
2nd and 25.
2nd and 25, that is correct, because that was a dead ball. When you're down by 34 points, you can't be self-destructing.
Nope.
One man to the top, two men to the bottom. We said that's what they needed to do, and they did go to that long pass and actually just barely overthrew the man. This time it's going to be Heineke again. He's going to get caught right there at the line of scrimmage, maybe a pickup of one. He's going to take the ball from the 20 up to about the 21-yard line, and that's it. So it's going to be 3rd down and about 24 for the Bishop Kelley Comets. And what is that 3rd down and 24 play, Braden?
Well, if you're Josh Heupel, it's probably going to be a screen. Or a draw. Could be a draw play.
If you're Kyler Murray, you just run it around a little bit, and then you throw it as long as you can.
Yeah, you
right?
throw it to D-Hop. No matter how many guys are on him.
It doesn't matter. No, you just throw it. So here we go. Harju's in the backfield with Heineke. Two men to the top of your screen. Actually, three split out to the top.
I think you just run the touchdown play here, right?
He's going to drop back, cross the middle, and oh, wow.
It was almost a touchdown play for Carl Albert.
It was almost. That was intended for number 10 there. That was Eric Dudley. And goes right through his hands, right into the face mask
of Xavier Ware, number 6, who the pass was also intended for.
Right.
It seemed like there. Hard to catch when it hits you right in the face. I mean, that happens so quick.
Just right out of that man's hands, right to your face mask. So they're back in punt formation. Lamarion Curry is back deep, standing at the 50-yard line. That punt, again, just kind of goes straight up.
They're not even going to get the first down here.
Nope. And that ball is going to be downed inside Comet territory at the 42-yard line.
That would be 5th and 4.
There you go.
Scoring at home.
3 minutes and 28 seconds left here in the third quarter. Your third quarter sponsor is Nikki Hubbs of Prestige Real Estate. Nikki is your key to home buying and selling.
Like you said, you can't be self-destructing. I mean, that 15-yarder really set them behind the chains there and just couldn't get anything going with Carl Albert even playing prevent.
So we've got a new running back in the game just to the right of Harris, and I believe that might be Miles Lewis. Handoff there is going to be to Bazell. Bazell's across the right side. He just picks and chooses.
Wow.
Gets across the 40 down to about the 35-yard line. So that play goes from the 42 down to the 35.
For as patient as Kentrell Bazell is, he is equally violent.
Yeah, he is.
I mean,
he just runs violently.
It is just a smooth, aggressive run. It doesn't matter where you hit him. It's going to take more than one man to get him down.
42 to the 35 brings up 2nd and 3. One man to the top of your screen, one man to the bottom. Harris takes the snap, hands it off to Bazell again. Bazell's across the 25. He's just pushing. He's probably not going to fall to the ground here.
Right at the line of scrimmage. They're going to move the chains forward. They're going to give him the first down there.
So he gets from the 35 to the 32, and that's what he needed, 1st and 10, Carl Albert.
You know, luckily for Bishop Kelley, the clock stops.
Yeah, when they move the chains and then it starts again.
Yep.
The clock is at 2 minutes and 37 seconds, and I think you're going to get a healthy dose of handoffs for the next quarter and 2 minutes, about 14 minutes.
But, you know, what's just unfair is as soon as Kentrell Bazell comes off, you got to deal with Javion Hunt.
Right. 2 men to the top of your screen, 1 man to the bottom. Kentrell Buzzell is split out to the right side, man in motion left to right. Harris is going to drop back in the pass position. He catches a man right out there at the 10, 5. Oh, down to the 1.
Charles Fleming once again. Second reception of the game is also his second reception of the season. And the offense wants to go. Wisdom Combs is out there like, hey, boys, we got to go. We got to punch this thing in. As they're going to hustle up to the line here somewhat.
Well, they're kind of getting there. They're moving in and out.
I think they're confused.
Trading a lot of players, putting some heavyweights back in the line again.
I think they're going to go Trojan horse here.
They're down at the 2-yard line. So it's first and goal at the 2. We are in the red zone. Triple Elite. Find world-class designs and hot new styles at Triple Elite. We are going to go with the Trojan horse. Kentrell Buzzell is in there to receive the ball. The ball is snapped. Buzzell goes across the right side. He gets hit hard right at the line of scrimmage, and he gets knocked back. They're fighting for the ball, but the play had been whistled dead back at the 1-yard line. So the play goes from the 2 down to the 1.
So that last play that got him down to the 1 by the pitch and catch from Ben Harris to Charles Fleming. That was just a cover 2 beater. Charles Fleming comes off the strong side of the line. Nice little crosser, floats away from that linebacker who's playing in a cover 2 defense, playing that zone in the middle of the field there. Gets behind him. There's no one on the left side of that hash mark, and it's a cover 2 beater. That's all it is. And great job downfield blocking by the far wide receiver. As
that ball is free. That ball is free. And there is a flag on the play. The ball was snapped before anybody was ready for that to happen. And so the flag comes in, and this may save a turnover. We'll see what they come out with.
Going to decline the penalty, and
there,
that's going to be BK ball.
Yeah, it was an illegal shift there by the Carl Albert Titans. The ball actually went back and then got knocked into the end zone. Bishop Kelley recovered the ball in the end zone and got it out to the 1. And so Carl Albert has a little bit of their own fumble issue, and Bishop Kelley takes over with 1 minute and 6 seconds left at their own 1-yard line.
Never like to have a turnover in the red zone, but I think we'll allow it here if you're going to pin them on the 1, up 34.
Yep. 1 minute and 6 seconds left here in the third quarter, and Bishop Kelley is backed up in their own end zone now. And so we're going to see what kind of pressure Carl Albert brings. You know that they're just going to be running that ball. Direct snap there to Heineke. He's hit in the end zone, and he's down. Safety! Safety! There you go.
That's big brain football there. Forget the 6. We'll get the 2, and we'll get the ball back, run this clock out.
There you go.
Ezra Gustafson on the bottom of that pile. I believe Jackson Holloman was in there as well. Just everybody swarming the football, sealing off the far side of the field, forcing Heineke to come back. You can't dance in the end zone. You're not Dan Orlovsky.
You got to go north-south.
Yeah, you have to go north-south.
East-west will get you killed.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what the Titans do there. We've got a couple safety dances on the sideline as the Titans go up 36-0, 55 seconds left in the fourth quarter, or excuse me, in the third quarter.
Well, here we are. This is the first safety we've actually been able to call this year.
Two seasons we've been on the call. I don't think we've had a safety.
That's right. So here we are, and Bishop Kelley will be punting it away from their own 20-yard line to Carl Albert. And it's just been a great night in regard to this third round of the playoffs. 36-0 with 55 seconds left here in the third quarter.
You know, I love how you and me both kind of question this defense heading into the game.
Yeah. Well, what we actually said was they needed to come out and present themselves, and that's what they've done.
They did. They did, but it goes to show you what we know.
Yeah.
And Lamarion Curry wanted to field that kick on the south end zone, but they're actually going to be fielding on the north. Had to get told to turn around by the head official there. When you score so much, you kind of forget where you're going.
Forget which side you're on. So Lamarion Curry is back standing at his own 23-yard line. And if this is the same guy that's doing their punting, I'm thinking we're going to have the ball inside Comet inside Comet territory, because he has just not gotten one off yet. I mean, maybe this will be easier when he has no pressure whatsoever. So here he is at the 20-yard line, and he's getting ready to punt this ball. A little better punt, but still going to be taking. The ball is muffed. They've got to get back on it.
I believe Titans have it.
Yeah, the Titans have it, I believe, at their own 45-yard line.
I also believe that was Miles Lewis on the muff and the recovery.
And they are definitely saying that it is Titan ball.
Yeah, he comes up with it.
So Carl Albert takes over at their own 46 with 53 seconds left in the third quarter. So Harris is still going to be in at quarterback.
I say you run 2 plays, take it to the fourth.
Harris is still going to be in at quarterback. We might see some different running backs coming in the game now.
Yeah, I believe we have Miles Lewis in there. Yeah, and it looks like R.T. Sherman.
Yeah, Miles Lewis and R.T. Sherman. 2 men to the top of your screen. Lewis and Sherman in the backfield, going to hand it off there. That was to Miles Lewis, where he goes from the 46 up to midfield at the 50. So a 4-yard pickup on the play brings up 2nd and 6. Nope, got a man down, and so we're going to take a break. We'll be back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Hi, my name is Zach Knudsen. I'm an orthopedic surgeon in Oklahoma City. I'm a specialist in hip and knee preservation, in particular cartilage restoration, hip arthroscopy, minimally invasive procedures to try to salvage hips and knees and try to prevent them from going on to arthroplasty or joint replacement. Orthopedics is unique in that it is the ability to have somebody who's injured, their life has changed, and we fix them and they can go back to doing the things that they love.
Can't wait to see this place.
All right, I got this app.
Would you like to tour the house?
Yes?
Please.
Would you like to tour the house?
We're here, dude. House for sale.
Home for sale.
Home for sale.
Home for sale. Home for sale.
We've got a home.
Available now.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where Carl Albert is leading 36-0 over the Bishop Kelley Comets. That was Luke Forsberg that went down there for the Comets. He went off under his own power, so he looks like he's going to be doing well. Ben Harris in at quarterback. Miles Lewis. And it's going to be a pitch out there to the left side. It's actually a beautiful pass, but just off the hands there of Xavier Thomas. And so that's going to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Titans.
Quick score from across the bracket. Collinsville's opened it up a little bit over Guthrie in the third quarter. 34-24 Collinsville leads.
So that would mean that if Collinsville holds on, we'll be playing Collinsville next week, and there will be a coin toss, not a coin toss, but a coin toss as to where that's going to be. This time it's going to be a keeper around the right side. Harris is actually going to take that ball all the way down to about the 43-yard line. They're going to say he stepped out at the 45. It's going to bring up 4th and 1. So Harris is staying in. Caleb Zangari comes in.
As well as Lateral Cole, number 55. I think we're going to get a big push.
Lateral is a big boy. He's a full-grown man.
Yeah, we're going to go strong side as we got Miles Lewis.
Miles Lewis takes a snap. He goes up over the top, and he just
it.
pushes on in. He actually picked it up with that second push, and he got down to about the 43.5-yard line. They needed the 44. I think it's good enough for the first down. Right. It is.
Miles Lewis, the 5A state champion of the 1-meter hurdle.
Yeah.
Looked like he floated there for a second. I was for sure thinking that he was going to get pushed back. Hard to get traction when you're in the air.
But when his feet hit the ground, he was pushing forward.
Yeah.
So
that's the
we're going
end
to
of
call
the third.
that is the end of the third. And so we're going to go to the fourth quarter here with the Carl Albert Titans leading in their quarterfinal game 36-0 over the Bishop Kelley Comets. We'll be back with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Moving in. All right, everybody get in real quick.
You just hold it like this, and you don't need to flash.
Learning with VR. Finals, baby! You know I got this!
I got an A. Nailed it.
We did it! Rose State College. Going somewhere starts here.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network. Ben Harris in at quarterback. Miles Lewis and R.T. Sherman. It's going to be a handoff there. The ball is on the ground. It looks like Bishop Kelley possibly recovered. There's a guy. You got Wisdom Combs out there, and he looks like an attorney when that starts happening, and because he's pushing for his guys to have the ball. They're going to say the ball is down there. Carl Albert's going to take it from the 44 to the 44, and so that's going to be second down and 10.
I'm just picturing on a business card, Wisdom Combs Esquire. It makes me laugh.
Well, he came up immediately saying, no, that ball is down. Now let me show you where it was going to be, and I want you to know because this is where it is.
It worked.
Yeah, it did because he got it. One man in the backfield, one man at the top, one man at the bottom. Harris drops back. He turns it off, and he's going to give it to Lewis. And Lewis, there is you see the separation now of Javion Hunt, Kentrell Bazell, and that next run.
Absolutely.
Lewis and Sherman is, when they get hit, they're going down. And those other guys, they're going to bust through at least one.
Yeah, they still have a lot of time to grow into their bodies as well. I mean, they're probably going to hit a growth spurt here in between this season and next. So looking forward to next season for sure.
So that goes from the 44 back to the 46. It's a loss of 2, brings up third down and 12. 4 men to the top of your screen. Harris drops back to pass. He throws right into coverage. A man just drug him down. That was number 12 that drug down the receiver, and no call.
Will Pickard
here I am. It's 36-0. I feel like I'm.
I mean, when it's an egregious call like that, I feel like we have every right to call it out. And I think both sides can agree. Both Bishop Kelley and Carl Albert can agree that this officiating crew has not been on their best behavior.
So the ball is still at the 46-yard line. Ben Harris is in punt formation for the Titans. And we've got number 15. That's Grayson Hall back deep for the Bishop Kelley Comets.
I believe this is the second punt of the night.
I believe you're correct. And there's
17th punt of the season for
not
probably
sure they're
an illegal something.
No, they're going to
delay a game.
Catch him on the delay a game. We're going to back up because, Ben just didn't feel like he could kick far enough or something. So
not enough room.
Give me a little more room. Give me some more room.
I do have some numbers we can crunch.
Well, I'd love to hear them.
If I can.
Did you hear my throat say I'd love to hear them? Yeah.
I'm a real boy now.
I don't know. That's right.
Ben is averaging 38.6 yards per punt.
That's not bad.
His longest of the year, 51 against Lawton Ike.
So Harris back in punt formation. He's going to get this one off from the 40, and it's going to be a nice punt. It hits on 15. He's down on the ground, back to about the 11, 12-yard line. That was Grayson Hall with the reception. He fumbled that ball at the 15, and the ball finally comes to rest at about the 11-yard line. Bishop Kelley will have it 1st and 10 at their own 11.
Grayson Hall, probably a game he wants to forget very quickly. There's going to be a lot of film that he's going to have to watch on this one.
Yep. 10 minutes and 14 seconds here in the fourth quarter. Your fourth quarter sponsor, House Representative District 101, will continue to make a positive difference to the people of District 101 because our children and grandchildren deserve nothing less. Congrats on your re-election, Mr. Robert Manger. So Bishop Kelley has it 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line in their own end of the field.
A lot of second stringers in on that Carl Albert defense.
And we need that. We need them to have plenty of time. Get in there, get some running. It's going to be a handoff there to Heineke across the left side. He's going to stretch it out over there outside the 10 and come down about the 13-yard line. That's what it looked like to me.
Clock's going to keep running past the 10-minute mark. You know, one guy I do notice that hasn't come out, Wisdom Combs.
11 to the 13 is a 2-yard pickup, brings up 2nd and 8.
The Energizer Bunny. Also, D'Angelo Shanks out there, Charles Fleming. And I believe that's Mason McNeil, number 71. But the back 7 looks like it's a completely new group.
Mm-hmm. Get in a bunch of those names of anybody that's new that's coming into the game.
We're 59, Isaiah Reed. He's going to be your far side defensive end.
3 men in the diamond formation at the bottom of your screen, 1 man at the top. He's going to drop back into pass. He's going to toss it out here. He's got a man, but it's just off of his fingertips, out of bounds, brings up 3rd down.
Xavier Ware in coverage there. He was kind of like the floating strong safety. He's going to be playing that strong side of the field with the trips diamond on the near side. He's going to be reading the quarterback's eyes, kind of floating around waiting. He saw the man that was being picked up. The intended receiver there was number 3, Jeremiah Bessis, and just goes ahead and closes in. Got some good track speed there on the back end.
So here we are with Heineke and Harju in the backfield. 3 trips to the bottom, 1 man to the top. Harju drops back into passing formation. It's going to be a screen out there to Heineke, and Heineke gets knocked out of bounds there at about the 17, 18-yard line, and that'll bring up 4th down. The pickup of about 5 on the play. We'll see where they actually place the ball.
Wisdom Combs, Miles Lewis on the tackle.
They're going to put that ball at the 18-yard line. Pickup of 5 brings up 4th down and 3. There's no reason to punt, but that's what they're going to do. 9 minutes left, 36-0.
Well, maybe they're going to do something that the Cowboys did.
Yeah, wasn't that amazing? No, I think the coach at Bishop Kelley is smarter than that. The ball is fumbled around. The punter gets off actually a decent punt. The ball lands at the 40.
Nice little matrix move there.
Yeah, that was good. The ball is going to be placed at the 49-yard line in Titan territory.
I know I'm putting you on the spot here, Kirk, but how many drives has Carl Albert started in their own territory?
Just a second, and I'll tell you. 1, 2, 3, 4 this half. Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8. Actually, you know, it's interesting. They've only had 1 drive. They had 1 drive of 76 yards.
Minus territory. Wow.
So, all right. We've got a new quarterback in the game. And he's going to turn around and hand it off there. He's going to get across the 49.
It's Braden Armstrong in, and he's going to jog over to the sideline, get a play call. He's looking to throw a block like he's Baker Mayfield out there. He's ready to light somebody up after he handed the ball off. Try to get as many of these names in as possible.
Yeah, pick up a 2 brings up 2nd down and 8.
Trotting on is number 76, Karan Howard. Number 82, Mason Lance is in the game as well.
Braden Armstrong in at quarterback. Yeah,
2 many men on the field.
Yep, that when you're trying to trot everybody on and get them where they're supposed to be, and it's a whole new set and
an illegal substitution.
Yep. So that's going to move the ball from the 48 back to the back into Titan territory at the 48.
Colby Reeser in as well, number 74. And at wideout, number 25, Bryson Bozarth.
Armstrong takes the snap. He hands it off there. They got a man running across the 50 down to about the I don't know what they're gonna say about that.
That was number 20, R.T. Sherman on the run.
It was R.T. Sherman. Heineke actually came and tackled the man, but as the man hit the ground, Heineke stripped the ball out of his hands and swore that it was a turnover, but the officials don't believe him. So there you go. You just can't trust some people.
Yet another Oscar snub.
There you go. So the ball is down at the 46-yard line. So that was a pickup of 6 on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 7 because they were behind the sticks at that point. Armstrong is going to split out here to the right side. He's going to get caught in the backfield, a loss of 4. And that'll be 4th down. Is not going anywhere.
Houston Russell jogging on. I think he's part of the punt team coverage here. Gavin Haynes on the punt. And he actually, I mistook the stat sheet earlier. He actually has the longest punt of the season of 51 yards.
Oh, that's nice. I can't
Ben
believe
Harris's longest is 48.
Ben gets enough accolades. Give Gavin some accolades.
Gavin has the longest punt against Lawton Ike. 51 yards, so that's his average. It's his only punt of the year. Let's see if he can double it up here.
So Gavin Haynes is in punt formation. He gets the ball back. Oh, off the side of his foot. And that's ugly. That's just ugly.
That looked like me on number 11 the other day.
Yeah.
Kenzie, if you're watching, please try not to laugh too hard.
All right, so that was a punt there by Gavin Haynes, and that ball did not make it to the 1st down marker. And so Bishop Kelley is going to take over their best field position of the second half. 6 minutes and 35 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Your 4th quarter sponsor is Robert Menger, House Representative District 101. Congratulations on your re-election, Robert Menger.
I'm not trying to jinx anything here, but if Bishop Kelley does score, do we still consider this a shutout?
No, it's not a shutout if they score, Braden. I mean, I know
by the first team.
I hear what you're saying, but no. That time, that was a good job there by trying to break through. That was 15. Grayson Hall, who's trying to, as we said earlier, he's trying to make up some of that film room time because he's got some bad film tonight, but he picks up about, he goes from the 43 down to the 47 in Titan territory. And so that's a pickup of 13 and a Titan or a Kelley 1st down.
All of Carl Albert's coaches on the sideline. Players are coming in from the sideline. We've got JV and 9th grade coaches calling plays right now.
You know, they've had a good week of practice. We talked about it with the coach earlier today. Handoff there to Heineke around the left side. He's going to break across the 40. He's going to get knocked down there about the 35-yard line. He's going to get knocked out of bounds. They're going to give him all the way down to about the 33, it looks like.
You know, it seems like he's running harder now than he was in the 1st and 2nd quarter.
Well, yeah, because he's running against a bunch of second-string guys.
His aggressiveness of hitting the hole and hitting top speed quicker.
43 down to the 33 brings up 1st and 10 now for the Bishop Kelley Comets. 36-0, 5 minutes and 48 seconds left here in the 4th quarter.
5:48 left here in the 4th quarter.
2 men to the top, 1 man to the bottom. Handoff to Heineke on the left side. He's going to get hit right there at the line of scrimmage. He's going to keep fighting for yards. He's going to get down to about the 25-yard line before he loses traction. That's really the only thing that stopped him was from the 26 or the 33 to the 26. We'll see what the flag is for. Carl Albert appears to be walking backwards, so it looks like it could be on them. Personal foul face mask against Carl Albert, and so that's going to move the ball on down quite a ways, another 15 yards. So that puts the ball all the way to the 13-yard line.
I would like to report that Bishop Kelley is actually already packing their stuff up.
Oh. I think they're wanting to get home. The ball is at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10. And, you know, this is 4 minutes and 58 seconds left here in the game. And if this is nothing more, it's just a pride drive. So the ball is going to be tossed. It's across the middle and no good. That was intended for number 3.
Jeremiah Bessis.
And right through his hands. Good defensive play there by Demarion Brown. That's 2nd down and 10. The ball is at the 13-yard line.
4:46 remaining in the game here.
So here we go. Tick, 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 tick. I wish the clock were moving, but it's not because that was an incomplete pass. It's going to be a handoff there to Heineke. Heineke's going to spin. He's going to get across the 5, 3, touchdown. Bishop Kelley Comets.
Good for him. It's a solid run to cap off your senior year.
It is. I don't know if you can hear that from across the way, but all 100 of the Bishop Kelley people are absolutely ecstatic. They drove here for an hour and a half, and they have now seen their team score 6 points with 4 minutes and 37 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Now, I guess the turnpike lights are on tonight.
Yeah. Oh, the ball is loose, and he's going to throw it just to nobody. It's going to be intercepted. He's going to hit the 10, the 15, the 20. He could have made it all the way, and we would have had 2 points. But no, you can't do that in high school. It's sure fun to watch, though.
It really is.
So the score is 36-6.
Tayshawn James on the half of an interception there.
Right. 4 minutes and 37 seconds left here in this quarterfinal game.
There we go. Brackets are hard to read.
I'm telling you, yeah. In this quarterfinal game. Semifinals next week, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Let me get
if it's
you
a quarter,
score.
then you get a semi. I'm pretty sure Collinsville's still on top.
Quick shout out to my first cousin, Alex Conover. His Tuttle Tigers are up 14-7 with 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter over Wagner. A little bit of an upset there as Wagner's the best team in 4A.
That's a West school beating an East school, a good school.
Mm-hmm. And let me get you another score. Collinsville up 41-24, 10 minutes left.
There
in
you
the fourth
go.
quarter.
That's kind of what we thought was going to happen. So Collinsville is going to be matched up against Carl Albert. And as I told you, the OSSA not being able to find a neutral field on the eastern side of the state, they are going to have a coin toss between Collinsville and Carl Albert to determine who has home field for this next semifinal game. And so I don't know who,
Tails never fails.
Tails never fails. That was really that was a great call there, Braden.
That's why I'm a writer.
Yeah.
Check out amateurgolf.com for all of your amateur golf needs.
All right, so Bishop Kelley kicking off. Here it goes. It's a nice kick. And he puts it into the end zone for the touchback.
So he's definitely a place kicker, not a punter.
There you go. And he had a little bit of a breeze, but still, there's not much breeze blowing tonight. I mean, again, it's 5, 6, 10 mile an hour. I don't know. Is it 10 mile an hour?
It's a club wind.
You think so?
Wind,
yeah. So 44 degrees, 8 mile an hour. I was close. I'm trying to get it in your headset over there. So
number 15, Luke Stout comes on to take the snaps.
Now, Luke has got an arm. Luke can throw the ball. I mean, I don't think we're going to see him throw the ball with 4 minutes and 37 seconds left here.
I believe that's number 22, Cody Lone Street, in the backfield.
You've got one man at the top of your screen, one man at the bottom. Luke Stout in at quarterback. He takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. He's got a man across the 25 up to about the 29-yard line.
3 yards in a cloud of pellets.
Yeah, there you go. Goes from the 20 up to the 24. You see, that's what happens when it gets late, because I said he went from the 20 up to the 29, and actually all he had done was go 4 yards. He didn't go 9 yards, but my eyes said, oh, my gosh, that guy got 9 yards.
You want these binos?
No, that's what I brought them for you for.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I want to have an excuse for not being able to tell.
Well, you're just old.
Yeah, that's
your
true.
excuse.
I am. So the ball's at the 24-yard line, 2nd down and 6. Stout's in the backfield as the quarterback. He takes the snap. He hands it off, and the player's hitting the backfield. And he's going to lose about 2 yards on that. Goes from the 24 back to the 22. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 8. It's an obvious passing down, but I don't think you're going to see him pass the ball. 3 minutes and 35 seconds left.
Tick, 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 tick,
tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick, tick. What? Come on. Keep him running. Luke Stout's going to look over here at his sidelines just to make sure that he's not snapping the ball until there's about 2 seconds left on the play clock, I hope.
8 seconds on the play clock right now.
3 minutes and 10 seconds running off the clock.
3, 2.
Stout did a great job that time of holding on. It's going to be a handoff. It's going to get drugged down from the backside. That's R.T. Sherman with the carry. And he's going to pick up the original 2 that he picked up earlier back to the 24-yard line, and that brings up 4th down and 6.
That'll get it down to about 2:20.
Yeah.
And
you have to take your shoes off to figure this out, Conover.
Not a big math guy here, but I think the comments are statistically out of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's over.
Okay.
It's just over, but the fat lady has not sung yet. That's the only difference.
Back in punt return formation, number 15, Grayson Hull.
We're going to check out this punt again here.
Gavin Haynes.
Gavin, that's a little better punt than what he had earlier. The ball is going to be caught there in Comet territory at the 49-yard line, and this should be the last possession of the evening. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left here. The ball is at the 49-yard line in Comet territory, and we're going to be sending Braden Conover down on the field here in about a minute so that he can have a conversation with our coach, and he can talk to you about our player of the game. Your fourth quarter sponsor is Robert Manger, House Representative, District 101. He will continue to make a positive difference for the people of District 101. Congratulations on your re-election. So the Comets are out there with their first group still. Hardju is in at quarterback. He's going to hand off there to Heineke. Heineke's going to come around the right side. He's going to get hit and caught up.
Heineke just has such a big heart, man. Just
he
coming
does.
out here. I mean, he's been hurt all night. Literally, he's keeping his left wrist down to the side. Yeah, he's hurting.
Clock goes under 2 minutes. They pick up 4 on that possession, or on that play. Brings up 2nd down and 6 for the Comets. Just in mop-up time here for the Carl Albert Titans, who are going to go on to play Collinsville.
More than likely. I think there was about 8 minutes left in that ball game.
Hardju's going to drop back deep pass. He's got a man wide open at the 10-yard line. 5 touchdown, and that is Jeremiah Bessis, who takes that score, and it's going to be 36-12.
They've targeted him about
before the point after try.
8 times tonight, at least 15, 20 yards downfield. They finally got a busted coverage to get over the top there.
Well, that's, there's nothing wrong. I mean, the score is insignificant.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with getting these guys some playing time. There's nothing wrong with getting them in the game and letting them really see what live playoff football is like, and that's the important part of that. The kick is up, and this time it is good, and that's going to take the score 36 for Carl Albert, 13 for Bishop Kelley. We'll be back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
It's a calling that's kept us free. It's a place to belong. What's the calling? It's doing a job that makes a difference. Serving your community and your country. It's part-time service where the impact is full-time. What's your calling? Air Force Reserve.
That was Harju to Bessis there for the 50-yard pass play that brings the score Carl Albert 36 and Bishop Kelley 13. And as we were talking, we've sent Braden down to get a conversation with the coach. They're going to do a deep onside kick. That ball's going to hit at the 30, and that looks like that Bishop Kelley is actually going to recover that ball at the 30-yard line. And that's what happens when you let the ball hit the ground. And, again, these are just a whole group of backups that are in there right now, and Bishop Kelley is going to have possession of the ball at the Carl Albert 29-yard line. You know, the outcome of this game is not in question, and but what we are seeing is we're seeing what happens when you go ahead and go into mop-up time and the other team says, no, we're going to play this out to the last second. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's just a good, healthy fight. Harju takes the ball. He's going to drop back to pass. He's going to throw it to Bessis again. Bessis is wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Bishop Kelley. So, in 1 minute, Bishop Kelley has now scored 13 points against the Carl Albert defense. And there's 1 minute and 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's currently 36-19, and the place kicker comes on for the point after try. So Bishop Kelley lines up for the point after try. The kick is down. It is up, and it is good, and that brings the score Carl Albert 36 and Bishop Kelley 20. And we'll be right back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Since 1908, Cameron University has served students from all over the world. With nearly 50 degrees in 2-year, 4-year, and graduate programs, we have something to inspire you. Health and wellness facilities plus a wide variety of clubs and activities will help you find your perfect fit. Small class sizes allow you to be yourself while discovering your future potential as part of the Aggie family. Come experience the Axe. Enroll today at www.cameron.edu.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where in a minute's time, the Bishop Kelley Comets have scored 13 points actually, and brought the score 36-20. And that was off of an onside kick and then a one-pass play into the end zone from 31 yards out. Another deep onside kick, and that time we recover the ball at the 33-yard line. The difference in this time and that last time was the whole group that is on the field right now that was in our first kickoff coverage has come back on, and the hands team came back on. And what you're also going to see is you're going to see the first team offense come back on, and they're going to just drive out this minute and 19 seconds. All three timeouts for the Bishop Kelley Comets, and so I'm sure they're going to use them wisely. Ben Harris is back in. Kentrell Bazell is in at running back. One man to the top of your screen, one man to the bottom. Harris turns around. He hands off to Bazell. Bazell's going to get hit in the backfield, and he's going to go from the 34 all the way back to the 30-yard line. And so that was a 4-yard loss, brings up second down and 14 for the Titans. And Bishop Kelley takes their first timeout. And so we'll take a timeout with you on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Right now at Esper Chonda during our 99 sale, it's as easy as 1, 2, 3. You choose. $99 per month for a 2020 Honda Civic or HR-V. Just $199 a month for a 2020 Honda CR-V or Accord. Or $299 a month for a 2020 Honda Passport or 2021 Pilot. That's going the Eskridge mile. Right price, right payment, right selection. Online at eskridgehonda.com.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where the first team offense is back on the field with 1 minute and 1 second left. The first play was a 4-yard loss there by Kentrell Bazell, and I'm sure we're wanting to run it out. One of the things you get in the midst of that is Bazell is across the 35 all the way up to about the 38, and so he's going to pick up the 4 he lost and about 4 more. Bishop Kelley is going to call timeout again. One of the things that happens in the midst of this is you have that first-team offense that has already come off. They've decided that the game is over. They've begun to cool off, and it's hard to come back out there and find that fire again, get those legs back under you when you've gone ahead and let yourself decide that your night is over. And you'll see that as they continue on. That was just then. Bazell picked up 8 yards, but that still brings up 3rd down and 6 for the Titans with 49 seconds left to go. Bishop Kelley has used their second timeout, 1 timeout remaining, and that's exactly what they want. Now, can they do this against the first D? We don't know, because the first D also has been on the sidelines deciding that they were done, and we're going to see if we can pick up this first down. If we can pick up this first down, it's all over but the shouting. So here we are with 3rd down and 6. It probably is a little bit more. It's actually a full 3rd down and 6. Kentrell Bazell in the backfield with Ben Harris. Harris moves Bazell over. 1 man to the top of your screen, 1 man to the bottom. Harris takes the ball. He's going to move out to the right. He's just going to duck his head and go down. He's going to pick up about 3 yards on the play, and that's going to take the ball out to the 41-yard line, and Bishop Kelley calls their 3rd and final timeout. And so the ball is at the 41-yard line, and it's 4th down and 3 for the Titans. They've taken a timeout, so we'll take a timeout with them. We'll be right back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Sports is your leader in team sports, specializing in outfitting the entire team with screen printing, embroidery, team sports uniforms using dye sublimation from start to finish. They are truly your one-stop shop. With over 13 years of experience, you can trust the job will be done right with all work done in-house. Fallout Sports, 534 North Penn, phone 405-701-5933.
We're back with you here where Ben Harris is in punt formation, 42 seconds left. 4th down and 3 for the Titans. And Ben Harris is going to take the snap. He gets that ball, and he gets it off. It's a beautiful punt, and that's going to land there at the 23 and bounce straight across the field and roll out of bounds there at the 21.5-yard line, where Bishop Kelley will take over possession with 31 seconds left at their own 22-yard line. So 31 seconds, no timeouts, 16-point deficit, and again, I don't mind telling you, it's all over but the shouting at this point. There's really nothing that Bishop Kelley can do. They can score on one play, and you're going to be giving Carl Albert the ball back, and all they've got to do is snap it 3 times and it's over. There is no 16-point play in the playbook. I can guarantee you that. Carl Albert Band is piping up. They recognize the win as well. Hardju is in at quarterback. They're going to hand the ball off. It's going to be a pass there to number 3, Bessis, and the ball is going to be down there at the 43-yard line. It's going to be a quick stop for moving the chains, and then the play clock will be moving again. It's sitting at 22 seconds and counting, and they clock the ball down to timeout there. 20 seconds left on the clock for the game. And it is second down and 10 from the 43-yard line. You can hear what Carl Albert has done, and you can see it on your screen. Carl Albert has put 3 down linemen on the line of scrimmage. They backed everybody up in a prevent-type formation. And 3 men to the top of your screen, 1 man to the bottom. Bessis has been the guy that they've gone to the most. He and Grayson Hall. And so Harju drops back to pass. It's going to be a screen play over here to the middle, and that is Heineke. Heineke's going to get across the 30 or across the 40 down to the 35, and he's going to get knocked out of bounds there at the 35-yard line with 12 seconds left, and another first down for the Bishop Kelley Comets. One of the things you have to appreciate about this, if you're a football fan at all, is this is a time when coaching staffs have to look at each other and say, we might have played that a little bit differently, but you don't know that. You want to get those young men time on the field, and that's very important. And at the same time, you've got to look at Bishop Kelley and say these guys are playing for all they've got. It's their last game of the season. They know it. Harju steps back. He is going to get caught in the backfield and thrown down, and that'll be the end of the ball game because the clock will not stop. 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's all she wrote. Carl Albert wins the third round of the playoffs, the quarterfinals against the Bishop Kelley Comets. The score is 36-20. We'll be back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network.
Truck? Come on, girl. You can do it.
I told you we need a new truck.
Come on. You can do it. She's a workhorse. Come on.
You know, there's a better way to do that.
At Greg Darnell Ford, F-150s are up to $12,000 off. And with the Ford Promise, you can buy or lease an eligible Ford vehicle. And if you face financial hardship due to a loss of employment, you can return it within 1 year of purchase.
See you soon at Greg Darnell Ford. Darn good deals, darn good service.
It's about darn time.
Hudiburn, the dealership Oklahomans can count on.
Why can you count on them?
Because they give their customers more. Oklahoma is growing, and Hudiburn is growing too, with 5 different brands and thousands of new and used vehicles. Hudiburn, 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 Hudiburn! Wow! It's been 60 years and Hudiburn is still here. You can count on Hudiburn. We'll give you more. Hudiburn.com.
You can count on Hudiburn. We'll give you more.
MM7 Sports Cards is your trading card and sports memorabilia store. Located just off I-35 and more, we carry a large variety of sports cards, old and new. We also have unique memorabilia for your office or your man cave. So come see us today. We are always buying, trading, talking, all things sports. MM7 Sports Cards, 2308 North Broadway, or check us out online at mm7sportscards.com.
We're back with you here on the Oklahoma Sports Network, where the Carl Albert Titans have done their job by defeating the Bishop Kelley Comets 36-20 in the third round, the quarterfinal game. Next week, it looks like we take on Collinsville. That will be determined in relationship to where that is going to be done. And so it looks like there will be a coin toss to determine what site that will be at, whether it will be here at Carl Albert or whether it will be in Collinsville. Our player of the game this evening, our player of the game is brought to you by Fallout Sports, Oklahoma's only in-house, fully customizable team uniform supplier. Sublimation is our specialty. Call Fallout Sports at 405-701-5933. All right, So we're going down on the field with Braden Conover with one of my favorite guys, Houston Russell, as our player of the game. Braden, what have you got to say?
Thanks, Kirk, here with Houston Russell. Houston, seemed like you were everywhere that the defense wasn't tonight offensively, playing the wide receiver spot. It seemed like Ben just had a telekinesis with you, finding you exactly when you need to be found. Just what was going on between you and Ben?
Me and Ben have always had that good connection. We kind of talked about just working my routes away from the defense all night. They were backing up in cover 3. The linebacker couldn't get out to us, so we were just finding the holes and just doing what's best for the team.
You know, being quarterback too, you went to the coaches before the season, said it's my senior year. I just want to get out there and play. What does it mean to be such an integral part of this offense?
Yes, sir. I just wanted to get on the field somehow. Ben, he's had a great career, so I was just going to go help the team, and I'm just working on every day to just be the biggest part I can.
Another week, you got a couple more days to rest up before baseball season starts. It keeps getting pushed back for you, but congrats on the win, and good luck at Collinsville next week.
Thank you.
Kirk, I'm going to find Coach real quick.
He's actually standing right there behind you, Braden.
He always sneaks up on me, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He's kind of small that way. Yeah.
I'm here with Coach Corley. Coach, not really the way you wanted to finish. What was the coach's decision there to keep the guys out?
If we'd got one of our starters hurt, we'd be real mad. We're coaches, we're competitors, and we don't like them scoring and all that. But if we'd got one or two of our guys banged up, we're looking forward. We're going ahead, and that's the main thing. We move on to the next round. So yeah, it got a little bit on it, sloppy there at the end. But hey, overall, great game. Defense played lights out. Offense played well, special teams getting a block there early. So really pleased with all that.
You mentioned the defense. Me and Kirk were talking pregame and a little bit during the first half that they kind of just had to step up. They were a young group to start the year, and they've really matured. How proud are you of these guys that they can pretty much pitch a shutout for 4 quarters, well, 3 quarters and some change?
Yeah, very proud of them. Again, they're a good club. Yeah, we knew they'd run the ball well, and I thought we got after 21 pretty good, and they didn't hit any long passes on us until the end out there. So very proud of them.
Got Collinsville next week. What are you going to call it, heads or tails for home field?
Probably go heads.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks.
Clark, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Braden. And it looks like we've got Collinsville next week, and we're going to do our best to get that home field advantage. I hope that we can play it here. This is always a great place for us to play. And but if not, we'll go to Collinsville because we'll take the fight wherever we need to. That is your Carl Albert Titan football tradition. And so as we continue to move on in our drive for 5 for the Carl Albert High School football Titans, we thank you for watching. We thank you for being a participant at home and in your car, or even some people here in the stands. And we're excited to be able to be a part of this network, which allows us to present the young men and women of Carl Albert Titan athletic prowess. Carl Albert Titans, we are the home of champions. The drive for 5 is still alive. And as we continue, we've got Collinsville. The Cardinal hopefully is coming to town here, but if not, again, we'll take it to them on the road. And Carl Albert Titans drive for 5. You know what it takes. We all must be a part of the solution. We are better together. Carl Albert Titan football on the Oklahoma Sports Network, the home of champions.
This is a presentation of the Oklahoma Sports Network.